What's up, friends? Welcome in. Here we are. Wow. Goddamn. In fact, quite the opposite. Welcome. Scratched Up Live. Here we are again. As promised, new streaming schedule. Thursday nights, live new music reaction streams, and then another Scratched Up Live later in the week, Saturday, Sunday, for classic album reaction stream. Both weekly episodes will have, news stories and whatnot covered on them. But tonight, the focus is the new Gucci Mane album. Yes, new Gucci Mane album titled Episodes, just released. Okay, and that's what we're going to start off doing tonight. That's where we're going to start. It's an easy place to start. It's what people that are clicking on this video are expecting. So let's see. We're going to kind of just dive right into this. And like I said on the last stream, we will be kind of doing like shorter episodes because I'm splitting Scratched Up Live now into 2 weekly episodes. They're going to be a little shorter, but this will let me cover things more quickly, like current events. I don't have to wait as long to cover them, so there's all sorts of benefits to doing this. So we're going to hit the new Gucci Mane album. Then we're going to hit some top of the show stories. And then we're going to do a rabbit hole. The new Michael Jackson accusations gets pretty dicey. And there's a lot to cover there. Kind of a lot to read. And then we'll end it from there. All right? How's that sound? By the way, as you can see, new shelf. Going to be adding little things to that. I threw these up real quick. Just what I could find around here. Quickly. But yeah. Gucci Mane. Where is it? Let's see here. Gucci Mane. So I'm not like the biggest Gucci Mane fan, but I have enjoyed his music as of late. I have been enjoying it more as of late. As in like the last, like Breath of Fresh Air was not too bad. A couple years ago. What else has he dropped? I mean, this is his first one since that. Oh, he did Greatest of All Trappers last year, which again was not bad, not terrible. Ice Daddy had some stuff on it that I was rocking with. And then his older stuff I'm not as familiar with. Woptober 2 came out in 2023. Forgot about that. So we're going to give this new one a shot. Maybe it's his best one yet. I don't know. There's certainly some bangers on it. He's dropped like 6 singles so far. But here it is. It's technically a 2-disc album. First disc is a full length. Second disc is more of an EP with 6 songs on it. So I guess that's like the deluxe. He dropped. Is he going to do a deluxe with a 3rd disc or something? I don't know. He may. But I don't know. Ring off in the comments. What are your expectations for this in the chat or whatever? If anybody is watching this, throw it in the comments section. Whatever. I'm curious. What are your expectations for the new Gucci Mane album? I expect some bangers mixed with a lot of fat. A lot of tracks in here that could have been cut. What are the track lengths? We got some hefty, like normal size track lengths here. The shortest is looking at like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So that's not too bad. I do expect fully structured songs. Like I don't think he'll be coming in with like a 1-verse track and then hopping out. I expect it to be all right. I expect it to be maybe like half good. And that's only because there's so many tracks on it. Like I imagine at least half of these are going to be like passes. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is one of the best albums of the year. I just don't know yet. I'm just kind of dragging this out here. This moment right before, we're suspending in this moment in time right before listening, before never hearing it and hearing it for the first time. All right, so how long can we stretch this out? Are we ready to just start the episode? You know what I mean? Are we ready to start the episode? I think so. Let me turn this brightness down real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to get cozy here. Cozy, comfy. What do we want? We want a color. A certain color here. We can go red. Green. Blue is nice. I don't know what the vibe of the Gucci Mane album is. What's the... Ooh, this red and blue is nice. So... Actually, I don't know. Purple and red? Red and red? It's got to be the perfect vibe for Gooch. Do people call him Gooch? God, I hope not. People don't call Gucci Mane Gooch, do they? Like I just kind of made that up. I think so. Icy cold for Gucci Mane. We're going icy cold for Gucci. Can I tune the color? What's the iciest? That's pretty icy. All right. This is good. This is real good. I'm excited. Obviously, this stream will get claimed. I don't know how hard Gucci Mane is going to claim me. I hate to do it. I'm not going to play every single second of every single song for you guys. I'm not, because I don't want to get claimed. Okay, but I'll peep in every once in a while. You guys will obviously get my reaction as well. And if more people, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to get my stream booted, which happened when I did the Tyler the Creator stream. The Chromacopia stream. I got booted off YouTube. All right. Press and play. Track 1. Well, actually, let me just open it up. For real though, I wasn't joking. How long can I stretch out this moment in time between when I've heard it between when I haven't heard the album and when I've heard it for the first time? We're in a special moment. We're trying to just live in this space here. I'm really enjoying my new streaming setup. It's got the best of everything here. Posters. I got like a nice amount of space behind me with the corner, but it's not too close up. Now with the addition of a shelf that I can just, constantly add things to and just make, it's going to be like a mood board of sorts. Okay, here it is. So we got quite a few albums that just dropped here tonight. 15th anniversary of Electronic Dream by Arab Music. It's pretty legendary. Smooches by Ash Nico. Oh yeah, new Danny Brown single dropped yesterday, as in Thursday. Today, still technically. I haven't checked that out yet. What else came out? I guess. Oh yeah, the Fred Again. Wait, a new Fred Again single just came out. So yeah, I mean, I picked the Gucci album because it is the most interesting of what came out tonight, and that's kind of saying something. It's a slow week as far as music, but we got the Gucci Mane album. We're excited for it. We're gonna give it a shot right now. It's Gucci.
Stupid shit, I kick hoes out of cars. I grabbed a mic, made my mark. Right after that, called a truck.
No lyrics. That's a bummer.
Of me, Gucci whole life a masterpiece. Episodes, I'm going crazy. They watching me like TV. Bitch, my watch cost me $980.
Okay, the way that the beat kind of switches there, the beat doesn't switch, but the piano melody starts to happen right there. Boom, 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 boom. That's got me excited for what's about to happen here. This is so far a nice intro, and I'm very curious where this is about to go. I rewinded a little bit. Oh, fuck. Let's see here.
Fuck, they can't cancel me. Get paid every time they sample me. Gucci whole life a masterpiece. Episodes, I'm going crazy. They watching me like TV. Bitch, my watch cost me $980. I'm flyer than some eagle shit. Them bad bitches be waving. Just dick.
Oh shit. This is hard.
I'm flyer than some eagle shit. Them bad bitches be waving. Just dick and bubble gum. That's all you get. I'm out of favors. Episodes.
Okay. I done had a lot of episodes.
You niggas had money but fell off, man, you niggas pathetic. Some niggas threatened me, but them niggas went through rice at a wedding. That's why I'm always by myself, because these niggas be telling. When I was locked up free, big Gucci with my bitches was yelling.
This is nice. When that drums came in just there, the strings and the piano melody, it's tense, suspenseful. It's got a dark energy to it. I like it. I like the beat specifically here.
And I can't fail, I'm a felon. Ain't no way up but the ceiling. I heard my day when partner talking down, it didn't hurt my feelings. I wipe my tears with my millions. I'm on a jet with my children.
I wipe my tears with my millions. I'm on a jet with my children. And that's You know, that's the best type of mindset you can have when you're Gucci Mane. You know, he's got a lot of episodes, but hey, life's good, man. You're on a jet with your children. You're not in prison. I don't know. What kind of episodes does Gucci be having? Does he punch holes in walls or something? What's going on, Gooch? What's going on, Gooch? Oh, shit. The stream has not officially begun yet. My bad. Has not begun yet. Now. Let's start this shit.
Two twins and they don't speak no English cause these bitches Brazilian. You gotta watch your own family cause these people chameleons. Episodes, huh? I'm going crazy. They watching me like TV. Bitch, my watch. They watching me like TV, bitch. My watch cost me 980. I'm flyer, that's some eagle shit. Them bad bitches be waving. Just dick and bubble gum, that's all you get. I'm out of favors. Episodes. I done had a lot of
episodes. I'm still unsure what the whole episodes theme here is. I don't know. Is he just talking about, like I said, does he throw temper tantrums? What kind of? I mean, my toddler has a lot of episodes. Every day she has episodes. Or are we talking about? I don't know. TV episode? I don't know. How far does he take this metaphor? Is he talking about his deep past where he, you know, was in and out of prison and whatnot? Are those the episodes he's talking about? Maybe. Reflecting on his past. He's still like a changed man ever since he got out of prison, right? That's his image now. He's a transformed, you know, he transformed himself. He grew. That's still the image he projects, which I respect the fuck out of that. And that's partly why I chose his album to listen to tonight. I fuck with the path he's been on or whatever, I guess. I don't know. All right, this is track 2 titled Beautiful Nightmares.
Do like this 500 on the duffel on the way to the plug. 5,000 for the fit just to walk in the club. Then they throwing that.
I wish there were lyrics on here for you guys. This is what we'll do.
Now I ball like Mr. Clean, buzz like light, yeah. Jumped up to the chop shop, came back. Bad dreams to beautiful nightmares.
No lyrics, not even on Genius.
Yeah, went from bad dreams to beautiful nightmares.
Scribing, please don't edit.
This a beautiful nightmare.
So these, you know, Genius is writing these lyrics down right now, same time that we're listening. I assumed that Genius and Apple got the lyrics. I mean, I guess they do sometimes with certain artists, but they get the lyrics before the album actually drops so that they're already ready to go. But Gucci, is he independent? Is Gucci independent? What does this label come out on? Yeah, 1017 Global Music. So technically they have a, you know, the parent company of 1017 is Atlantic. So I don't know. I figured Gucci would have had those lyrics already ready to go for Apple Music, but I guess not. That's all right. That was produced by Go Grizzly and Pooh Beats. All right, next track is Voices. This is one that was already released, so the lyrics should be here. This is one of the singles. Again, produced by Go Grizzly and Pooh Beats. Got lyrics on this one.
Buy more jewelry, about 5 new Porsches. They say ain't mentally stable. Spend $1 million on hate just to feed my horses. I keep hearing these voices, ripping me up saying buy Rolls Royce. And I keep hearing these voices. Nigga, watch your back, gotta be more cautious. I think this whole special ed. What she drool on this dish, where this hoe need a helmet. The way I keep dicking the bitch, gotta let shake it.
I done got so rich I don't even want Jordans. Guess at the chopper, I'm going to Georgia.
I recently see even more water. I'm smoking on gas, my car on a charge. Electric Ferrari, I shit on a charger. I don't even care about the fame at all. The money motivate me, nigga. And I don't even ride with a spare in my car. How the fuck I'ma spare you niggas? No shirt, chilling on the yacht with a thought, with a drink, with an umbrella in it. It's lonely at the top, but I must have forgot, cause my crib got an elevator in it. Cool up, I see dead people. My watch got a skeleton in it. I got a zoo in Atlanta with a lion and a tiger and a bear and an elephant in it. I keep hearing this voice.
That's a bar. I like this. I got a zoo in Atlanta with a lion and a tiger and a bear and an elephant in it. So the song's solid. I mean, especially, you know, it was a pretty good single. Not my favorite, but backed up with these other songs before it and you know, in context of the album. This shit's banging. I like this album so far. I do. I mean, obviously we're only 3 songs in or whatever, but it's doing a lot without doing too much. Like it's not demanding your attention, but when you're locked in and you're locked into the song, like you're actually listening, these shits go really hard. And Gucci seems to be on the shit. I mean, you know, his rapping, his bars here, pretty intelligent. You know, bars here, good lyrics, you know. I done got so rich, I don't even wear Jordans. Woke up, it's a beautiful morning. Gas up the chopper, I'm going to Georgia. You know, this is a song about success. But I guess he's still hearing voices. Goo up, I see dead people. My watch got a skeleton in it. I got a zoo in Atlanta with a lion and a tiger and a bear and an elephant in it. I mean, that just goes, that's just too hard. Let's back that up. Check it out again.
Cool up, I see dead people. My watch got a skeleton in it. I got a zoo in Atlanta with a lion and a tiger and a bear and an elephant in it. I keep hearing this voice in my head. Fuck them niggas, they left you for dead. I can do better my own shit. I dropped everybody who fucked up my bread. Please don't get it confused, cause I'm in the black, I'm not in the.
Got a nice little vocal sample going on in the background here. The, like, you know, chipmunk style. But it's really adding. It's a nice addition to the beat here.
Break up the fight cause my diamonds were here. Look at yourself, see how jealous you get. Walk through my closet like shopping in Atlantis. Go to the bank and they talk to me diff. If I rap a brick, does it mean that it's gifted? The shit that I just took, that shit got me lifted.
Voice in my head and they telling me kill him.
shit and that was out the blue. I had to cut the hoe off, I got another boo. My dog fell off, I had to throw a alley. It's a voice in my head saying do what you gotta do. The backbone of the crew, I had to always be the glue. I keep hearing this voice in my head. Fuck them niggas, they left you for dead. I can do better my own shit. I dropped everybody who fucked up my bread. Please don't get it confused, cause I'm in the black, I'm not in the red.
I keep hearing these voices. Solid track. I like it even more now than I did as a single. For real. Next track here, Psycho. I think this was another single produced by Go Grizzly and London J. So we got like all of these songs produced by Go Grizzly.
PJs on the PJ, these ain't night clothes. I go insane on my chains, La Vida Loco. I'm the man without the bands, I'm the maestro. It's hot as fuck, why Gucci wearing a Gucci raincoat? Got off the drink and changed my life, they say I changed on them. Through all the bullshit I went through, I can't complain though. Woke up in jail like what the fuck I'm in these chains for? I feel like Django, all the whoops I got. Rumble, all the clips I got. Elon, all the
I'm a psycho.
Glove
the hook
bitch,
here.
I feel like Michael. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho.
By the way, Michael Jackson shout out here. We're gonna be talking about Michael Jackson tonight, and the new serious accusations against him, and how his estate stands to lose nearly everything it has. We'll get more into that later.
I'm a real deal, real psycho. Jeff Venture straight jacket on, going psycho. They say my mental health is declining. Is they telling the truth or is they lying? I feel delusional, I think I'm flying. I'm institutionalized when I'm trying. I get it the fast way, 50K a light day. I'm so fucking quick at eyes, trying to turn a dice straight.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just a cheapskate, he took you to the cheesecake. And where he get that ring from was bought that shit off eBay. Versace roll, Versace slippers, and they match my ashtray. I can
So far the theme of this album seems to be psychotic opulence. I don't know. Psychotic opulence. That's the genre of this album. Or the yeah, I guess just that's the genre. Psychotic opulence rap. It's a nice mashup of ideas. He's rapping about Versace robes and Versace slippers and what else? 50K is a light day. You know, riding around in jets and private planes with his children, all of that, while also weaving in this psycho imagery. I mean, this song is pretty on the nose with that, called Psycho, but I was catching it in other tracks as well. So the episodes he's talking about are his psychotic episodes, right? So Gucci Mane is a psycho. He's a freak.
spend $2 million a day, and that's just on a bad day. I just wrecked the Rari, bought another just a drag race.
I buy it. I went
psycho, hit a friend, and left her with the sad. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho.
It's repetitive, but it's not bothering me too bad. This hook here, it's kind of banging, dude. It's kind of banging. But again, it's like a subtle banger. Like, it's not demanding your attention, but when you're zoomed in, when you're locked in, you're like, oh shit, these are actually fucking bops, dude. By the way, I heard somebody recently say that the kids don't say bop these days. And in my head, I was like, Yes, they do. Who the fuck doesn't describe a bop as a bop? A bop will never go away because a bop is a bop. It is what it is. It's not like something the kids are saying. Like a bop is a bop. I thought that was crazy.
Real psycho. Diamond glove on, bitch, I feel like Michael. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a real deal, real psycho.
This one's closing out here. Psycho. Up next, we've got the song Gucci Special, which we're back into the new tracks here. So no lyrics. Psycho and Voices were singles. 6 damn singles from this project. All right, Gucci Special. Do we have lyrics? Yeah, no. Didn't think so. Oops.
Put a water park, pull up, kill the parking lot. Know these niggas so annoyed. Bank account on Uncle Phil, coupe look like the chest. Fucked her on $500,000, I'm tryna impress. Gave her my black card just a shot without no pressure. My nickname should be furniture, cause I'm a dress. I popped a Tesla, got my dick so damn no Tesla. I made myself a millionaire, the Gucci special. Ain't got no feelings for no mutt. I turn a good girl to a bad bitch.
The production across this thing so far, it is on point. And I'm curious. Seems like most of them are all produced by Go Grizzly or whatever. I'm assuming this one is too. It doesn't tell me. But let's see. Go Grizzly is Gucci Mane's producer, and these things are solid and they're giving. Like these the production here is giving. They were not lazy on the production.
Fucking bus. Now I ride it on my truck. My driver license just a bus.
Sometimes with trap, we get some lazy production.
Killing rest like an exterminator. Fucked up a lot, now I'm back like I'm the Terminator. Jumped in the pod with a juice and got 2 in a baby. Just caught the lamb for the gram and my newest haters. Got me a new fun bitch. She come with a water park. Pull up, kill the parking lot. No.
That's actually incredibly hard. Hold up. Let me get on the right song here again. What did he say?
Bitch, she come with a water park. Pull baby. Just caught the lamb for the gram and my newest haters. Got me a new fun bitch. She come with a water park. Pull up, kill the parking lot. Know these niggas so annoyed. Bank a
Ooh, he's fucking spitting. This might be my favorite one so far.
Count on Uncle Phil, coupe look like the chest. Fucked her on $500,000,
like
I'm tryna impress. Gave her my black card just a shot without no pressure. My nickname should be furniture, cause I'm a dress. I popped a Tesla, got my dick so damn no Tesla.
Definitely go check this album out for yourself. I'm pausing it periodically so I don't get hard claimed. You know, they like to do that. Record labels. But I'm peeping you guys in every once in a while. But definitely go stream this yourself. This shit, I'm really enjoying this song here.
Pull up, kill the parking lot. Know these niggas so annoyed. Bank account on Uncle Phil. Coupe look like the chest. Fucked her on $500,000. I'm tryna impress. Gave her my black card just a shot without no pressure. My nickname should be furniture, cause I'm a dress. I popped a Tesla, got my dick so damn no Tesla. I made myself a millionaire, the Gucci special.
Yeah. Very good, very good. Alright, next track. Track 6, Only Time. Oh, is this going to be a love ballad? Is this a love song? Only Time.
Used to be a taker,
No,
now I'm
maybe
loaded like a baked potato. Ride the beat like 20 East on McAfee
By the way, it's worth noting that this album has been pushed back, I think, maybe multiple times at this point. This is an album that has been on the radar like nearly all of 2025. So Gucci has been putting some work into this. You know, he's been doing last minute tweaks. The album release date has come and he's been like, no, it's not ready yet. And like I always respect artists that are willing to push back their date to make the album perfect, you know. And so maybe, I don't know if that's exactly what happened here. Maybe there was label issues, who knows. But I do believe that Gucci really took his time here to craft a solid project, and that's so far what we've gotten. 6 tracks in. Produced by Figures Made It and Go Grizzly.
Only time you gon' see Gucci folders at the laundromat. Only time you gon' take Gucci hoe if
this might have been one of the singles. This was one of the singles.
You don't want her back. Only time you gon' see Gucci broke is if I rock a cash. The only time you gon' see Gucci mad if I'm on your ass. This bitch think I'm a dummy. Only time she call for money. Texting back with LOL, but I don't find shit funny. The only time I bring my soft top out is when.
Pull up with your buddies. Put your hands on WAP, cause that'll be your only time. Just a misdemeanor, but that'll be your only crime. He's kind of giving me Juicy J vibes here, and I imagine Gucci Mane will continue to age into his career similar to the way that Juicy J has aged into his, very gracefully, almost getting better with time still, refining their craft even into their, middle age and later. And Gucci, he seems really focused here. Really focused. Now, like I said, I'm not the biggest consumer of all of Gucci Mane's music. I know he has a ton of mixtapes that I have not even listened to. But I don't know. I hear growth for sure. Which is, like I said earlier, continuing this theme that he's been on since like 2017 when he got out of prison. And I fucks with that. I like the maturity. Like, there's maturity in the sound of the music itself, not necessarily like his lyrics, but the music. It seems grown up, for sure. It's not no shortcuts were taken here in the production of this music, for sure. At least so far. I mean, we could take a nosedive, and that happens sometimes with albums. That's part of the live reaction. Like, shit. It's looking great so far. So far.
Just me, myself, and I think it's time to fly. We taking off. R.I.P. the tape, will meet you in the sky. Used to be a taker, now I'm loaded like a baked potato. Ride the beat like 20 East on McAfee, I'm indicator. Richer than my off, these niggas broke as fuck, ain't no debating. Bitch say I'm a trip, I told her, nah, ho, I'm on vacation. Only time you gon' see Gucci folders at the laundromat. Only time you gon' take Gucci ho if he don't want her back.
You think Gucci Mane goes to the laundromat? Oh, okay. Well, I clicked onto the next song.
The only time she is fuck, ain't no debating. Bitch say I'm a trip, I told her, nah, ho, I'm on vacation. Only time you gon' see Gucci folders at the laundromat. Only time you gon' take Gucci ho if he don't want her back. Only time you gon' see Gucci broke is if I rock a cash. The only time you gon' see Gucci mad if I'm on your ass.
Alright. We're going into the next track here. We've got Still So Icy, track number 7. No lyrics here. No lyrics. Ooh.
priceless. This a Richard Mille nigga, not a Brightland. I got so much ice,
Dude.
I named my son.
That sample, that horn sample, I haven't really ever heard something like that in a hip hop song, at least not in a trap, like a Atlanta trap song or just a trap song. That, and that's cool. That's different. I fuck with that.
Ice nigga. When I met her, she was straight.
It's like some Kendrick Lamar type of production, like instrument, something that you would hear in a Kendrick song or like a jazz rap track.
Now she dyking, making love to the money like I'm Bryson. Known to drive these bitches crazy with no license. Since 17, but we still so icy. Run up $500 million with some Nikes.
Sounds like a Mac Miller beat. It really does. It's like something that like some Larry Fisherman. God, this is a killer beat. I would love to hear all sorts of people hop on this. I'm starting it over. Wow. Very cool instrument there. Or very cool sample.
$1 million grill, but the smile priceless. This a Richard Mille nigga, not a Brightland. I got so much ice, I named my son Ice nigga. When I met her, she was straight, now she dyking. Making love.
Another bar about turning a lesbian straight, or maybe vice versa in this instance. I don't know. He keeps talking about, I don't know. He's on his lesbian wave. Is Gucci a lesbian? I don't know. He might be.
To the money like I'm Bryson. Known to drive these bitches crazy with no license. Since 17, but we still so icy. Run up $500 I hopped out the front porch, PJ at the clear port. Got him on the runway. Whole ticket worth a diamond, singing like Beyonce. $1 million grill, but the smile priceless.
This album is solid so far. I mean, like, honestly, no skips so far. I'm not crazy about every song, but there's definitely at least two here that I'm pretty crazy about. I love this Still So Icy track. And Psycho was also pretty good.
Some Nike. I got so much cash that I it back cause I didn't like it. Shouted, find an ugly bitch, come fuck me in a shiesty. I might cop 2 snakes to help me take care of all these mice. And I just bought 2 tigers for the house, I feel like Tyson. $1 million grill.
I think Gucci Mane might actually have a zoo. He keeps saying he has a zoo, and now I'm starting to believe him.
Since 17, but we still so icy. Run up $500 million with some Nikes.
All right, that was Still So Icy. Very nice. Definitely my favorite. I think my favorite so far. What was the other one? There was another one I was really enjoying. Oh, Gucci Special. That was the other one. So, Still So Icy and Gucci Special are probably my 2 favorites so far. Okay, we're on Rich Problems. Track number 8. Sounded like Kodak Black on this one a little bit. Definitely sounding like Kodak on this track. But that's also Kodak Black being inspired by Gucci Mane himself. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Who's inspired by who? At this point, Gucci Mane is probably also inspired by Kodak, so. Oh, we got a Go Grizzly shout out. The producer.
Two different business on 2 different Wednesdays. No, it's not a coincidence. I'm just really getting it. How you found that money in your pocket? I don't understand. Back in $1 trillion worth of yen, Tokyo, Japan. Smoking cushion, taking shots of sake in another land. I can't let my bank.
I love how Gucci Mane he's made it, and so he can rap about all of this, just luxury living and whatnot. It's part of this. It's this dichotomy I love in hip hop. The opulence meets the streets type of vibe. Always love that. Kind of like West Side Gun type of shit too. He always hits those notes. And Gucci's hitting that all over this project. Just, yeah, you know what I mean, right? You know it. If you know, you know.
But you wouldn't understand. Rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. I got rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. I got rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. Rich nigga problems. If a nigga play with me, then he gon' need a dentist. My bitch got a Birkin problem. I think she a dick.
There's like this flute sample in the background tucked into the beat real nice. So it's very subtle almost, but it's definitely important in the song, and it's very nice. Very like Renaissance fair-esque, actually. Like a little leprechaun back there playing it in the background.
I think she a dick. Ferrari or Bugatti, I can't choose, I feel complete.
Swaggy.
I had to have some
It's very swaggy. The little flute in the background.
help to help me keep posts out my business. A nigga talking down on me ain't never hurt my feelings. He probably mad at Gucci cause I keep
Back to the hook. So, Gucci's definitely not reinventing the wheel here or anything. But, from what I can remember from his last projects, he's very focused on this one. He's not taking as many, really even taking any left turns into like some shit that we just don't care. Which happens on, a lot of these bloated projects. They take these like genre twists and turns that are totally unneeded, trying to like capture a wider net of, an audience. So they just pack their albums, they bloat the albums out here. But that doesn't seem to be what's happening here so far. So go Gucci for that. Go Gucci. That's my man Gooch. Yeah, bro. Shout out my boy Gooch.
Rich nigga problem. Rich nigga problem. I got rich nigga problems.
The flute in the background of the beat is my favorite part of the song. The hook is my least favorite part, to be honest. It's too repetitive. Okay, we're going on to the next track here. Titled I Made It. No, titled I Need
In the
It.
glitter, the limelight where the world sees
I got
only
lyrics on
ice. Behind the
Shout
flash, the fame, the game is you who pays the price. Keisha Queen, my corner store beyond the Gucci glares. In the solid of
Gucci
our
glares.
palace, only you who cares. From Fulton County's darkest cells, the stage is set with jewels. Your love's the melody that quells the chaos of the fools. Through trials, tears, and time.
That is a crazy, to go from Fulton County Jail to Stages, the darkest cell in Fulton County Jail to Stages. I think about that like when people are like Young Thug or in jail or whoever it is. How you can go from such a high to such a low. Scary, dude. Life is scary.
Itself one true remains so clear. You
Can never get too comfortable.
the beat inside my heart, the music
Also, don't commit crimes, but whatever.
I hold most dear. The streets may chant my name aloud, a chorus bold and free. But in the quiet of the night, your whisper's all I need. You was in the club, I was in the streets. You just needed love.
Yeah, I remember this. This is one of the ones that I was talking about as far as like genre, like left turns as far as style goes. I was expecting more of these. This is the first one of these, and I think this is definitely one of the singles too. I'm not a fan of this one. Not a fan of this one.
Spend it in the sheets. We both was in the trenches, dreaming about the beach. Wow. I need you. I need you.
See,
you need me. You need me.
I was about to have to explain why into more detail, but now it's kind of self-evident. Why I'm not digging this track. We don't need Gucci singing. This was unnecessary for the flow of the album. I'm gonna be honest, but so far I would have expected more of these.
I got you. Believe me. I need you. You need.
Not a single goddamn person on this planet needed Gucci to sing this. Could have just rapped it. Could have just rapped the words or gotten a singer, gotten a talented singer. Could have done that.
You need me. I got you. Believe me. You was doing hell, but I was in the trap. When we was down bad, who put us on the map? I was in the slammer, but now we on the jet.
Wait, whoa. This is one of quite possibly the worst bar of the album so far. I've got to clock it here. Dumbest bar of the album so far. I got cake. Got so much cake. I could fuck around and make Drake sing on a date. First off, Gucci, you don't gotta make Drake sing on a date. He's gonna do that on his own. Alright, if anybody knows, it's me. I crashed his date with Bobby Altoff last week. Second off, what does this even mean? I got cake, got so much cake, I can fuck around and make Drake sing on a date? Why? Because, what, you got so much money you can pay Drake to sing on a date? With who? With you? You could pay Drake to go on a date with you? I don't know. It doesn't... I need more explanation on that one, Gooch. In fact, let's rewind it and let you guys hear that, because I don't even think you could hear it.
I remember fighting over the cornflakes, but now I got lost in steak on my plate. I got cake, got so much cake, I can fuck around and make Drake sing on a date. Fucking this bitch from the back who thick like candy, but she can't.
It's like a bad Dr. Seuss. It's like bad Dr. Seuss. Just that one Drake bar. I don't know. Even the rhyming pattern is just corny.
And escape. Damn, I like this beat, this shit remind me of back in the day. You was in the club, I was in the streets. You just needed love, I just needed.
It's a very boring song. Gucci Mane's singing is really bad. The Drake bar is very weird. A lot of bad things are coming and coalescing in this one track here. So like all the other, it was very solid up until this point, and all of the bad was just kind of like scraped out of the other parts of the album and just collected into this one track, and for some reason they kept it in. I don't know who. Obviously, I guess it was Gucci Mane, who is the one who would have decided to keep this in. I can't imagine a producer or a engineer would have decided to keep this in. It was Gucci's decision, but at least it's contained, right? At least it's contained. You just kind of like scrape it or sweep it into a container and I don't know, lock it, wrap it up or whatever, and just kind of place it in the middle of the album where people are less likely to hear it.
but that shit ain't easy.
He cheated on his girl. Gucci cheated. Did he cheat on Keisha? Isn't his wife named Keisha? Is this about himself? I want to know the T.
You killed me float when I was drowning. You was in the club.
All right.
I was in the
Next
streets.
track. I can't do this hook again. This is titled "Cold." "Cold" by Gucci Mane. Yeah.
Body Coca-Cola, bend that thing over and clap it like the
right.
Noya. We went from
Now we're
the
back in
bed
it.
to the floor, we on the
back.
sofa. She got my attention, Gucci stand up like a soldier. I told you, bad shit out East Atlanta, the money turn her to a
Produced by
dance.
London
Damn,
J
she
and
too hot to
DBTZ.
handle. Damn, she ain't got no manners. Bad bitch from Counter Road, tap right by her camel toe. Caught her at the Almaco on Gresham Roller, shouted cold, 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 cold. Whoa, we fucked at the starlight, beat that pussy all night. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gucci don't discriminate, I got bitches all types. That white shit from Oregon, dick all in her organs. All she asked for more and more, you think that hoe from Moreland. That little bitch from cross the border, she bougie but she loyal. If I get jumps in the lawyer, got all my bitches spoiled. From Mexico to Boston, she don't pop out often. You think she in the WNBA the way she...
I like the hook the best on this one. I mean, this second verse is not really hitting for me. The second verse, the first verse was good though. I mean, shit. I don't know. The song got worse as it went on. The beat is repetitive as hell. Just kind of got less and less interested in it. The longer it
from
went.
the bed to the floor, we on the sofa. She got my attention, Gucci stand up like a soldier. I told you, bad shit out East Atlanta, the money turn her to a dancer. Damn, she too hot to handle. Damn, she ain't got no manners. Bad bitch from Counter Road, tap right by her camel toe. Caught her.
Next track, In Common. Titled In Common. Track number 11. We're not even halfway through this shit.
She says she only fuck with
Stay buckled in, folks.
bitches, well, we got some in common. She work out and mind her business, well, we got some in common. Say she don't take shit from niggas, well, we got some in common. She love mine and she addicted, girl, we got some in common. Spend that shit like it's my birthday every day of the month. Valeted coupe on Ocean Drive, hop out, iced out when I stunt. Ain't got the front, my motor in the back, trunk in the front. Hard as a bitch, bad shit with me with junk in the trunk. It's MOB for life, I used to be the one in the back. Them niggas popped out with some verse and I can't.
I'm not crazy about his flow on this one. Very boring flow. He just rapping like this in the entire single track, and there is no switching up his entire flow. He's just like this the entire single song. Yes. It's getting boring quickly, but maybe he does something different at the halfway point.
found them bird flu. I'm fucking hoes by the two. I'm East Atlanta, son of nigga.
See what
Who
I
the
mean?
fuck is a you? Pulled out the light.
The entire 2 minutes raps like that. Through the verses, through the hook, and then the outro. He might as well just be saying the same bar over and over and over again.
We work out and mind her business, well, we got some in common. Said she don't take shit from niggas, well, we got some in common. She love money, she addicted, girl, we got some in common. Spend that shit like it's my birthday every day of the month. That lady coupe on Ocean Drive, hop out, iced out when I stunt. Ain't got the front, my motor in the back, trunk in the front. Her as a bitch, bad shit with me with junk in the trunk. She ride for no ride for, shouted just.
I mean, we got it. I got it. All right, I'm moving on to the next song. I got that one. This is Savages. Track number 12, Savages. By Gucci Mane. No lyrics. We got somebody we got somebody singing on the hook with a little bit of auto-tune, a little auto-tune lick on the vocals. Not sure who it is. Is it Gucci Mane? I don't think so. This sounds too good to be Gucci Mane. Singing wise. Just like singing voice. But there is no credited feature, so I just don't know. So when the verse kicks off, this like rough synth kind of like rusty sounding kind of synth comes in, and it's cool. I fuck with it. And once again, I'm guessing who produced this one. It doesn't tell me, but the Grizzly, whoever that was, G Grizzly, who was producing most of the other ones. Yeah, Go Grizzly. I'm assuming Go Grizzly produced this one as well, and he's really good at tucking in these extra instruments that they don't blow your face off. They're not. You got to really be listening to pay attention to them, or to really like hear them. But they add a lot of atmosphere and interest in these beats. And so I'm appreciating that about this album, and this is another one of those instances. We haven't gotten really a good one of these instances in a few tracks, though, quite a few tracks. But we're back. So the album we have gone through a rough patch in the album. All right, it started off pretty good, and then right around track 9, 10, 11, even 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, it dips in quality for sure. There's no denying it. But maybe we're back on the upswing here.
Damage, I'm really him. I'm adamant this bitch might be the baddest bitch I ever hit. Not average, I can't fuck a basic hoe. My dick say he not having it. Might put that bitch on salary. Still a walking lick, still the shit, still filthy rich. Still might take a nigga bitch, still on top dropping them hits. I'm a broke bitch cream, I'm a rich hoe dream. Turn a good girl to a bad bitch, no thing. Rose gold, 30s on the rose, come through clean. Your favorite actress on her knees, trying to kiss my ring. Gucci.
I'm not crazy about this auto-tune part. I do appreciate trying something different. I'm just not digging the key that it's. Well, maybe not even the key. I don't know what's going on. I'm not digging the melody here. This Specifically that note. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it goes in the wrong spot. They should have got. They went low. They should have gone high. With the savages. I don't know. Something like that. And the beat, it's repetitive, but it knocks. The beat knocks over and over and over again. It's repetitive, but I do like that instrument during the verse that kicks in subtly. I guess it's like a synth, like a crunchy synth.
Like she won the lottery. When I get frustrated, my little freak, she suck it out of me. Shout out to my
yeah, that synth is doing a lot of work for the song. If that synth wasn't there, it would nearly pretty much just be a miss for me. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting for this song for me. So I appreciate it. I'm glad it's there.
Dumbest questions, think she a psychologist. My money do my talking for me, and it's only obvious. I hope no one don't get offended. I don't do apologies. I'm Gucci man, the trap got all these niggas, it's my prodigy. I'm a broke bitch cream, I'm a rich hoe dream. Turn a good girl to a bad bitch, no thing. Rose gold 30.
I have mixed feelings about this song. I do. I'm going to move on to the next. This is Money. Track number 13.
My homies, they fuck up the money. I think I'm in love with the money. I be falling asleep with the money. I'm so nasty.
Oh yeah, by the way,
the
whatever happened to the theme of like being crazy, being psycho? He kind of dropped that. Whatever happened to the episodes? I don't know. He dropped it. Whatever.
Money. I'm a savage, I keep with the money. I should've named my baby the money. My roommate, I stay with the money. When I'm lonely, I play with the money. Feel like Pune, my niggas be shooting. Got a Russian AK with the money. I hit a lick with a Tommy gun, but I got away with the money. Every house got a safe full of money. On a jet with a bag full of 100. I'm starting my day with the money. I'm flying away with the money. On the way.
This is like a minimalist kind of production. Minimalist song here. Not too much going on. Not crazy about it. The money theme, the money counter, sound effect. I don't know. It's kind of played out. This sounds like something from like 2005, but not in a good way. Like just kind of like a regressive way.
Gotta play for the money. All gas, no break for that money. Money. I got a date with the money. I make a plate with the money. I gotta play for the money.
Something else happened.
I make a she do for $1, but I can't be a permanent sponsor. In the club, geeked up and I'm lit. My shades, they dark as a bitch. Don't ask me what I'm looking at, cause I'm trying to look for your bitch. I went rich, I still was right there on count.
Gucci's doing his thing on this. I'm not mad at Gucci's part. It's just there's not enough going on.
Call me Guo, call me Gucci, the riches in East.
And the beat is super repetitive. And for how long the song? I mean, how long is the song? 5 fucking minutes? Holy sh! Seriously, this song is. Oh no! I thought it was 5 minutes. It's 3 minutes 20 seconds. Still, too long. It's one of the longer tracks on here with one of the most repetitive beats. Is it the longest track? My God, it's the second longest. It's the third longest track. Okay, it's the 4th longest track, but still, too repetitive for that.
All of that. I just took the kids to school. in a fountain. The jury make you cool, but the money makes you handsome. My trunk.
I like that part. And these bars by Gucci are pretty. I like his delivery. Let me rewind it a little bit for you. Listen to it again.
The jury make you cool, but the money makes you handsome. My trunk just got arrested, it took my top for ransom. I got a date with the guy that charges with cheese right there on counter. Call me Rich, I still was the shit. Ex-convict, I went legit. My OG like 56, no cap, he still with the shit. My dog still got them bricks. My jits do got the switch. Might make you dig your own grave, then bury you in that ditch. If the money ain't right and the biz ain't right, you ain't talking about Nathaniel. Shouty got his charges with cheese right there on counter. Call me Guwap, call me Gucci, the richest in East Atlanta. I just took the kids to school in a fountain. The jury make you cool, but the money makes you handsome. My trunk just got arrested, it took my top for ransom. I got a date with the money. I make a plate with the money. I got a plate for the money.
See, now this track is growing on me. One of the tracks earlier, it was getting worse as it went on. I was losing interest as it went on. This one, I'm gaining interest. I'm liking it more now the longer I listen to it. But still, maybe bit too long of a track for what it is. Next track, Forest by Gucci Mane on the album Episodes, track number 14. Forest.
I hit the blunt one time,
no lyrics.
I hit the cat one time, now I can't get rid of her. I turned my life into a book on rich off literature. My bitch got 8 cars, on no way got into her. Imported hair from Bora Bora, and it's really rare. I took
Okay. My favorite song so far. Good question. Good question. I mentioned it earlier. Right, I mentioned it when I was listening to it. What was it? Still So Icy is my favorite one so far. I also like Gucci Special. And Psycho. It's not bad. But definitely Still So Icy, I think, is my favorite. And Gucci Special is a close second. We're on track 14.
I be throwing racing magic, call that shit promotional. I'm not an athlete, but my dope it got a vertical. I hit the blunt one time, now I'm Forrest Whitaker. I hit the cat one time.
This one's nice.
Now
I love
can't get rid of her.
Ooh, dude, those strings that come in there on the hook. Again, the opulence, the street opulence. Gucci, he's really hitting that nail on the head.
I hit the cat one time, now I can't get rid of her. I turned my life into a book on rich off literature. My bitch got 8 cars, on no way got into her. Imported hair from Bora Bora, and it's really rare. I took 5 million crypto and bought me some solitaire.
This is definitely a good
I spent 5 G's a month, and that's just on manicure. And if it get too cold in Georgia, for a lot of there. All my money digital, like it's invisible. I'm standing on principle. It's just a principle. I move like I'm invincible, cause I'm invincible. These niggas tryna portray an image. It's unconvincible. I had some day ones do some shit to me. That's unforgivable.
He just made up a word, bro. It's unconvincible.
And now they pockets flatline. It's looking critical. I see these folks and shake my head. They looking pitiful. Today I woke up counting bread. My life a miracle. I hit the blunt one time, now I'm Forrest Whitaker. I hit the cat one time, now I can't get rid of her. I turn my life into a...
This is one of the better ones, y'all. This is in the top 3, 4, I think, so far. Of the ones I like.
A book on rich off literature. My bitch got 8 cars, on no way got into her. Imported hair from Bora Bora, and it's really rare. I took 5 million crypto and bought me some solitaires. I spent 5 G's a month, and that's just on manicure. And if it get too cold in Georgia, for a lot of there.
Gucci Mane is either in Georgia or Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you ever want to know, if you're ever looking for him. And that's according to him. All right. Excellent track. Excellent track. Up next, track 15, titled Record Deal. No lyrics again on this one. We're too early. We're too early for lyrics. We got a dark one, folks.
I'm thumbing through hundreds. This ain't no record deal. I just want the money. She on a half a pill. Water like the sunny. I might just pay her bills. Wake up and get money. That's how a nigga live. Drop a half a ticket on my ears. Bitch, I'm going up. That shit out of magic at the crib. Got her throwing up. Niggas in the pack. I go ham. Nigga, load them up. Hit the E-way praying I don't get jammed. Hide the odor, bruh. Fault. I'm on the stove with it, whipping it like a fucking slave, nigga. I'm a pro with it, wow. These bitches know, nigga. Niggas acting like hoes about these hoes, you ain't my bro, nigga. Mr. Everything, yellow rice and chicken on a bitch. Shot on every chain, smacker ones go missing on a bitch. Ain't no pressure, man. Last time I checked, that boy a bitch. 20 years, 1,000 hits, I got him sick. I'm thumbing through hundreds. This ain't no record deal. I just want the money. She on a half a pill, water like the sunny. I might just pay her bills, wake up and get money.
This shit is
That's
nasty,
how a nigga
bro.
Live. Drop a half a ticket.
Why? Oh my god. Where's the other production? Like, where? Gucci. We need more shit like this. If he can do more shit like this, please feed us, man. This is like creepy Gucci. This is Gucci on some other, like some like Schoolboy Q type of shit. I don't know, on his creative, really creative vibe here. It sounded like 2 Chainz almost, not sounding like, but I don't know. This is like a 2 Chainz, Schoolboy Q kind of thing here. Really getting creative here, getting artsy, and it's. I like the Halloween, like October definitely seems like the right month to drop this album. That's kind of an aside, but this shit is hard, bro. This song is hard as fuck.
Get on my ears, bitch, I'm going up. That shit out of magic at the crib, got her throwing up. Niggas in the pack, I go ham, nigga, load them up. Hit the E-way praying I don't get jammed, hide the odor, bro. Going crazy about the dick, this bitch psyched out. You dropped a Lambo with the kid, and it's piped out. Now, I ain't the only one fucking on the bitch, cause she iced. She said, where you at the spot, bitch, come pull up on me right now. Head so good, make a nigga young, had me knocked out. She ride my dick 6 in the morning, guess I'm up now. I just hit like 4 different bitches, I don't know how. We go Grizz and Pooh cooking in the kitchen like it's Mr. Chow. I'm thumbing through hundreds. This ain't no record deal, I just want the money. She on a half a pill, water like the sunny. I might just pay her bills, wake up and get money. That's how a nigga live. Drop a half a ticket on my ears, bitch, I'm going up. That shit out of magic at the crib.
Oh man, Gucci, he needs to do more like swinging like that. You hear how he swung his I just said swang. That's I just made up that word, swang. He swung the flow there a little bit, put some swing into it. He doesn't usually do that. He's usually like right on the beat, very kind of like almost a monotone type of flow.
That's how a nigga live. Drop a half a ticket on my ears, bitch, I'm going up. That shit out of magic at the crib, got her throwing up. Niggas in the pack, I go ham, nigga, load them up. Hit the E-way praying I don't get jammed, hide the odor, bruh.
That was another really good one. Wow. and I'm liking this beat so far. So we're back on track here, people. We're back on track. Gucci is back on track, I guess. It was an upswing. Savages was the sign of an upswing. So the dip in quality in this album so far is tracks 8 through 11, and then 12 through 15 it gets back on track, and then even track 16 here I'm immediately liking this beat. So let's take a listen. I'm the real deal shit. Okay. The beat is the best part of this song so far. Let's continue.
Nigga dick.
Yo, Joe Budden diss. Joe Budden diss alert. Pew, diss alert. We got a diss. Run it back. I
don't owe a nigga nothing, but I'm stepping in the rich. And I don't fuck with Joe Budden, cause he be on a nigga dick. Jacob watch $1 million, that's what's on my wrist. How I dropped the whole
Joe Budden is such an easy target for everybody.
labor, but he's still rich. I don't want no bougie hoe, I need a hood bitch. And I don't want that old, I need that young raw shit. And then I nobody fuck with my bricks. $1 billion nigga still fucking thigh shit. Jackets got my trail pushing like a mosh pit. And shout
The beat's actually kind of annoying me now. Not gonna lie. Because the only thing that's coming through, once the vocals are on top of it, the only thing that really comes through is at least like louder than anything else, is this synth that's just going doo 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 doo, and it's like all I can hear now through all of the other mess. It's just maybe it's just not mixed well.
from a crawl to a brick, from a zip to a split, from a bird to the.
It sounds like a ASAP Ferg type of beat, which those can get pretty repetitive, pretty obnoxious after a while.
Bricks, I'm the real deal shit. From the north to the south, from the heart to hit the lead, but I didn't wanna run. Nobody fuck with my bricks.
Yeah, not crazy about this one. And it sounds like they do the hook just like one too many times as well. But so next track, we're moving on. Next track titled Back Cookin', featuring OJ the Juice Man. OJ the Juice Man. This is the first maybe one of the first features, if not the first feature so far. So let's check it out. Track 17.
Chill. Hey, Ju-Man. Hey, Balenciaga 43, I just bust a 36, 448 for 1K, young Ju-Man, yeah, he the shit, flipping brick, don't politic, yo, man, hustle like a tick, rolling wines and never tick, on the first round drought pick, skirt, in the pot, call me Mr. Trap a lot, now I'm in the studio, reposado Julio, plus you hit my line, now young Ju-Man speaking Spaniel, playing with the key, but I don't own no piano though, yellow color diamonds on me, looking like a banana though. Ju-Man in the kitchen like a chemist with the antidote. New 2025 and Ju-Man ain't even gotta know. White t-shirt, the same color as some Dove show.
Well, damn. Juice Man, Gucci. You man just can't find it. I'm alone there, trap. Hey, kid, Jamaican hit my line and he talking about what the blood clot. First 48, they say Gucci killed the parking lot. But it told his partner, on your head I see a red dot. 1 second later, blood leaking out that red spot. Think I'm a magician by the way I make work disappear. Some are going all silk, one are going cashmere. Playing with them keys again, they come.
I like this beat. I actually do like this one. I'm not going to change my mind this time. I actually do like this beat. Now, as for what they're doing on top of it, not so crazy about. Which maybe that'll get better with time. Maybe the verses will grow on me. I imagine they will, because I like the beat. It sounds like let me listen to more.
They call me the lost Gucci cannot stop second, shout it got them locked. You ain't really no trap, nigga. Gucci ain't in your top field. I just fucked the plug wife, not a plug pop pills. Bank account do front flips, rims doing cartwheels. I live like a little kid, garage full of Hot Wheels. This is my reality, I wake up to real meals. Shout it got a cold stand next and feel a real chill. Gucci man still hard to kill. Fuck how these bitch niggas feel. 100 mil left in my wheel. Me and my bitch I can feel in Ville.
Yeah, it's okay. I like the beat. I like the beat quite a bit. I'd like to hear somebody else on the beat, but that's just my preference, which is also the title of the next track. Preference by Gucci Mane. You like that? See what I did there? Actually, hold up. Let me go get more water real quick, and then we will continue this. So hold up 1 second, and we will finish out this Gucci Mane. How many tracks we got left? Wait, what? Back cooking. Okay, this is actually the perfect spot to take a little interlude, because this is the start of disc 2. So Back Cookin' with OJ the Juice Man was the last track of disc 1, and when I get back we will start disc 2, which is just 6 more songs. All right. I'm having fun, bro. And then after this, we got some juicy, I'm serious, juicy stories to talk about. And then I'll peace up out of here, because it's already midnight, 12:30. Say something. Hold up. June. See this dog here? See this doggy? See this doggo? I will never use this dog as a prop in my stream. Just gotta put that out there. Specifically, we'll never use a shock collar to train her. Just saying. I feel like that's just a public service announcement. If you want to know where QDR stands on shock collars, we don't fuck with them. No shock collars over here at QDR. All right, June. Go free roam. Go play. Go do whatever you want. But don't pee on the carpet or something like that. Alrighty. Let's finish this album, Episodes by Gucci Mane. We're mostly done with it. 6 more tracks. Disc 2. Let's see what Disc 2 has to offer here. Preference.
Because I'm kinda skeptical. I pulled up in a Spectra and I just cost the Spectra. Plain Jane Hublot.
think this was one of the singles. I don't remember, actually. I don't know. Sounds familiar.
I'm trying to be intellectual, and I don't need pump gas no more, cause all my cars electrical. I'm flying down on national.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely one of the singles. This is one of the earliest singles. So this one's been out since February. And he says, and I just heard it, but what does he say? He's like, you're acting all a radical. Hold on, let me just rewind it. I gotta catch it again. All my cars electrical. I love that. It's funny.
I'm feeling real fantastical. My classical granite to be intellectual, and I don't need pump gas no more, cause all my cars electrical. I'm flying down on national. I'm driving kinda irrational. I'm feeling real fantastical. My classical national. My bitch ain't need no extras, but she acting all dramatical. The bitch then got emotional.
Dramatical. I mean, this song is he's just being silly with it, right? I guess. He's taking command of the English language.
Acting all the radical. How you gon' compete with me? You pulled up in a challenge. My car had got 3 seats. I'm in the middle with 2 passengers. You should find some safe to do, cause this is not for amateurs. My house like a mall. My shit bigger than parameters. I prefer big hoes, but I ain't got a preference. I prefer convertible, but I ain't got a preference.
Pretty stupid chorus hook. The lyrics pretty stupid. But the verse is not bad. Verses are pretty good.
If I don't be honest, with my nose grow like Pinocchio. This bitch got a
Yeah. I ain't got a preference for this song, that's for sure. Next track here. Next track. You Don't Love Me, featuring Sexy Red. This one's been out. And I can't put my finger on it. But somebody, I think maybe it was Lil Wayne a while ago, he used the same sample on a beat. Like, practically just this, it's just the same beat. I think it was a Lil Wayne mixtape. I don't remember who originally did this, but this sample has been around for a minute. This, like, these guitar chunks, whatever. And I'm not even hating on it for real. It still sounds good in 2025. Although this track came out last year. So this song's been out for a whole year.
Got a project, bitch, that used to ride more than my fake little heart, little bitch. On the shit, you know, on the shit.
Such repetitive hooks on this shit. It's just, ugh, I don't know.
I think I love her.
I see why this is the bonus disc. I mean, I think these are like somewhat older tracks. These are the tracks that have been out for a while, the ones that he was kind of dropping as loosies in the year leading up to this release date. god, it's so.
My name is Nene, but these niggas call me sexy. Finesse a nigga, all this real money.
So I like Sexy Red. I guess she has some bangers. She definitely has some good tracks. I'm not a Sexy Red hater, that's for sure. Do I love all of her songs? No. But she definitely fits this beat. Like this beat was made for Sexy. And she's killing it so far. I don't remember. You know, I've heard the song, but I don't remember what her performance is like exactly, but she's like the best part of the song so far, I think.
Call me sexy. Finesse a nigga, all this real money if he let me. I turn these niggas out. They let me trap out they house. I got some hoes from the 6 and whatever they say they bout. Fine ass bitch from St. Louis look like some candy. Dogging niggas out, I know I get that from my daddy. He think that we in love, cause I let him meet my family. Told him if you love me, nigga, chunk it up on your grave. I met this nigga named Gucci, I like him, he get money. I know he got them hoes, so
And doesn't she have a song called Female Gucci Mane? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She is the female Gucci Mane. It's so true. So this is, she's totally in her element here. She is definitely the best part of the track.
don't trust him for nothing. Me and him be thugging, matching cars, we be stunning. But he's only good for giving me money and some fucking.
I think I love her.
Nigga, you don't fuck with me. Nigga, you don't fuck with me.
Okay, she's simultaneously the best and the worst part of the track because this hook is atrocious. It's so annoying and it's so repetitive. My God. My nose is killing me. Oh my goodness. Gotta itch it.
Nigga, you don't fuck with me.
I think I love her.
Nigga, you don't fuck with me. Nigga,
Alright, next track. I got that one. Oh yeah, this is Hit. Another one that I think has been out for a while. I actually posted this one with the Instagram post for this stream, like promoting this stream here. Posted a picture, the thumbnail, and I put this song in the Instagram post, and Instagram has it listed as a Boss Man D-Lo song featuring Gucci Mane. But Gucci put it on his album, so now it's Gucci Mane and Boss Man D-Lo. But originally, I think this was a Boss Man D-Lo song featuring Gucci Mane. So Gucci just has like one verse at the end, I think. But this shit goes hard. I do know. I like this one.
Get it right. I'm a shit talker. I'm a shit popper. He got money problems. He ain't got
Came out in May.
$1,000. We some real trappers. We get real active. Say your pocket smaller. She on the floor with baller. Count blue hundreds, then I rubber band it, boy. In the club, throwing one left-handed, boy. Let me grab that ass, baby, so I know it's real. Hey, you broke, boy, you ain't got no business over here. Rich nigga preference, that's a great selection. Baby girl exhausted, she looking for the boss. Neck going stupid, wrist too icy, nigga. Say she won't Louis, say she tired of Nike, nigga. Maybach cost a quarter, I'm eating steak and oysters. I like Rolls Royces, got too many choices. You wanna win, call her. Wake up, fuck them all up. Air car fogged up, and my pockets clogged up. I don't wanna rap with you, boy, I got shit to do. Dog shit in a two-seater, this a chicken coop. Put 100 in my mouth, I just left Johnny. Big Zion in the club, it's a damn tsunami. I'm a shit talker, I'm a shit popper. He got money problems.
This is one of the best songs on the project for real. It's a bit older. I guess it came out in May. But yeah, this shit's a banger.
He ain't got $1,000. We some real trappers. We
Boss Man D-Lo, I've been on him since he was on the XXL freshman list last year, and he's got some good shit. So I definitely recommend go checking out his projects.
get real active. Say your pocket smaller. She on the floor with baller. Count blue hundreds, then I rubber band it, boy. In the club, throwing one left-handed, boy. Let me grab that ass, baby, so I know it's real. Hey, you broke, boy, you ain't got no business over here.
I got real paper, real tall paper. I hide my money in the wall, I call it wallpaper. I only smoke flavors and all my suits tailored. I got my neighbors mad cause my house bigger than my neighbors. I'm a rich nigga, I need a rich bitch. Shawty seen the wall, she tryna risk it. Drop top Ferrari so you know the top is off. She say she scared of spiders so I had to drop her off. I ain't got no words, I got rich nigga problems. And when it come to popping,
Hey, that's a recurring theme in the project. Rich problems. I think that's the title of one of the songs. So I've been trying to figure out like what's up with the episodes, like what's the theme of this, and it's like opulent, psychotic opulence, right? But he kind of drops the psycho theme pretty quickly into the album. So I'm still kind of unsure what his episodes are. If he throws temper tantrums. Does he hit holes in the walls? Does he have what kind of episodes is he having? We never really get that answer. But
I'm like Gordon Redenbach. Part
I guess it's supposed to be psychotic episodes. But
time rapper, full time shit talk. Can I to see if it's real, babe? Cause that shit wow.
I'm a shit talker, I'm a shit popper. He got money problems, he ain't got $1,000. We some real trappers, we get real active. Say your pocket smaller, she on the floor with baller. Count blue hundreds, then I rubber band it, boy. In the club, throwing one left-handed, boy. Let me grab that ass, baby.
good shit. That's a good one. That's a good one. One of the better ones on the project. For sure. For sure. What's next? Okay. Lust or Love. Lust or Love. Where's the rest of the project? Okay, so yeah, that song is also the last song hit. It's also on D-Lo Curry by Bossman D-Lo. So that's a double feature there. I guess that's not what that means, but fuck it. It took me to the wrong album though, so let me get back to where I was. Lust or Love. Second to last track. We've made it nearly all the way through, people. Can you believe it? I can't believe it.
A love. How is your intention? I can't trust. No whores. Is it lust? A love. Is it lust? A love. How is your intentions? I can't trust. No whores. She in love. I'm in lust. I think me. She think us. Bitch, slow down. What's the rush? I'm a dog. She a mutt. She say come. I say boss. What's the difference? Let's just fuck. Why you tripping? This ain't friends. We just friends with benefits. All your friends, we hit them. All the scribbles, we tip them. If they bad, we flip them. Where they at? Go get them. If she rich, I milk her. Bitch gotta pay for this poop. Bitch better have my money. Fucking me ain't that simple. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love? How is your intention? I can't trust. No whores. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love?
He's such a deep, deep lover.
How is your intentions? I can't trust. No whores. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love? How is your intention? I can't trust. No whores. Is it lust?
When it all comes together, when the beat, all of the elements of the beat come together and it's the hook, it actually works. This is actually pretty dope. His hook here.
I can't trust. No whores. Is it lust?
With the reverse, they got like reverse background vocals going on. It all is, it's coming together real nice.
Love, is it lust? Love. How is your intentions? I can't trust.
And yeah, the beat knocks. The way that it knocks just really is bouncy as fuck. This is a cool song.
No whores. I'm a smooth operator. I I hit the bitch and vanished. I talked her out of Spanish. Now she speaking Spanish. Calling me Poppy, this bitch mannish. And Denmarkina Danish. Thumb in her Uranus. If she talking money, then the bitch speaking my language. I hit, but I didn't claim it. Good head, she went to Cambridge. She 5'2", but she dangerous. She fucked me, now she famous. She on my mind, I'm thinking. Like genuine, so anxious. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love? How is your intention? I can't trust no whores. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love? How is your intentions? I can't trust no whores. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love? How is your intention? I can't trust no whores. Is it lust or love? Is it lust or love? How is your intentions? I can't trust no whores. Is it lust? Is it lust?
How is it gonna end? Because that's the second to last track. That should have been the last track. I don't know. Just Like Me. One more here. That would have been a great last track. Lust or Love. But let's check out the track 23. Man, my allergies have been going crazy today. Sneezing like crazy. I'm having itchy nose issues right now. That's why I keep going to the title screen so I can like itch my nose without looking like I'm picking it. Because I'm just like going crazy itching it. It probably looks fucking psycho, but that was a great sneeze I just had there. Let's go on to track 23, the last track, Just Like Me by Gucci Mane. Another bouncy one. That's great because it's what I needed.
Everything Ricky, I don't owe a nigga nothing. The last time I was broke, I was on crutches. That ass sit right, the ground don't do it no justice. But fucking with these hoes is how my clique got busted. In rush out with a Russian bitch, she can't talk, now she sucking dick. Custom sixes on the fountain, hold her, please don't rush me, bitch. I killed a pussy last night, but she gave it to me, that's self-defense. The police tried to get me, but I smoked up all the evidence. This one bitch from the north, and she be higher than the pelicans. The dope so good, I had you stealing from your relatives. This bitch from Colorado, but you would think she's South American. And I'm trying to keep it humble, but the money make me arrogant. Who you wanna be? I'm who she wanna see. I wanna grow up and be just like me. I be spending money like it grow on trees. I be spending money like it grow on trees. Who you wanna be? I'm who she wanna see. I wanna grow up and be just like me. I be spending money like it grow on trees. I be spending money like it grow on trees. Gucci man the rider, my car don't need a driver. My bag match my jacket with the matching motorcycle. How you buy some rims?
Yeah. This one's pretty good. I like it. It's not as good as the second to last one, Lust or Love. But it's still bouncy. It's. I think the order should have been swapped. This one should have come second to last, and then Lust or Love should have been last to go out with a bang. But that's a small gripe. Very, very small gripe. Very specific gripe. Okay, my shit's frozen now. What the fuck?
I don't trust these hoes, all these hoes are conniving. Only thing she good for is sucking me while I'm driving. Shout take a shot or 2 or 3, she get the wildin'. This bitch a alley cat, she do everything but growling. Hard to please. Childish. Who you wanna be? I'm who she wanna see. I wanna grow up and be just like me. I be spending money like it grow on trees. I be spending money like it grow on trees. Who you wanna be? I'm who she wanna see. I wanna grow up and be just like me. I be spending money like it grow on trees. I be spending money like it grow on trees.
All right, and that, my friends, is Episodes by Gucci Mane, Disc 1 and Disc 2. And it is far from the worst album I have heard this year. Far from it. In fact, pretty respectable release here from Gucci Mane. Maybe one of my favorites of his. Definitely, probably one of my favorites of his. It's hard to give a super definitive placement on that. Like I after just hearing this for the first time right now, but I can definitely give a gut feeling, like score, like a gut feeling first reaction score that I would give it out of 10. If I think about this for a moment here, just like I said, just gut feeling. There's no science behind this score. This is not no math behind this, which I could also do one of those later if I can give an update, I guess. But based on the gut, I'm thinking that this is like there's a small dip in quality between tracks 8 and 11. But then it gets, it does pretty well in the back half, and I definitely like the front half too. And then disc 2 it's not fantastic. The first half is not fantastic, but those last two songs were good. So overall, maybe like a 7. I feel like a 7 is a pretty fair score. Any higher would be, I'm not feeling an 8, but any lower just feels too low. So I'm gonna give it a gut feeling score of a 7 after first listen here. So I highly recommend that you go check this project out for yourself in full. And tell me what you think. Come back to this video. Comment it. Comment what you think. Comment what score you would give Gucci Mane's episodes. All right? Please. Be awesome if you did that. All right. So, that's that segment. New music reaction. We're going to do that. Try and do that on Thursday nights, every Thursday night. Keep doing new music reactions consistently because people love that shit. It's super fun to do for me, and it seems to be what people like and what people want. So we'll give the people what they want. All right. Let's see here. Gotta give a quick rest in peace to D'Angelo. The shocking news yesterday. Oh, 3 days ago. That was 3 days ago already? What? Okay, my time is tripping. I could have swore that was yesterday. The D'Angelo announcement. But he was secretly battling a fight with pancreatic cancer. And so that's always really weird when a celebrity is not publicly, they're secretly sick. And then the public learns out of nowhere after they're gone. And this is one of those situations. So the neo-soul icon behind the songs Untitled How Does It Feel in Brown Sugar has died, leaving an unforgettable legacy that reshaped R&B. Hold up, let me move my little frame here. So, R&B and soul legend D'Angelo has passed away following a private battle with pancreatic cancer. He was only 51. So, like I said, nobody was expecting this. And we were actually, now that I think about it, I thought that I think I had read something maybe this year, if not late last year, about how maybe even more recently, about how new D'Angelo music was on the way. A new D'Angelo album was on the way. Because it's been like 10 years since he released his last one. But born Michael Eugene Archer in Richmond, Virginia, D'Angelo changed the sound of modern soul music with his timeless mix of gospel, funk, jazz, and hip-hop influences. His debut album, Brown Sugar, in 1995, helped usher in the neo-soul movement of the 1990s, sitting alongside artists like Erykah Badu, Maxwell, and Lauryn Hill in redefining what R&B could be. The album sold over 2 million copies and delivered instant classics such as Lady Cruisin' and the title track Brown Sugar, solidifying D'Angelo's place in music history. His follow-up, Voodoo, which is the album I'm most familiar with of his, became a cultural touchstone. The sultry single Untitled How Does It Feel not only earned him a Grammy Award for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance, but also made him an icon of both sound and sensuality. The album itself won Best R&B Album at the 2001 Grammys and has since been hailed as one of the greatest records of its era. After stepping away from the spotlight for over a decade, D'Angelo made a triumphant return with Black Messiah in 2014, a politically charged masterpiece that proved his artistry was deeper than ever. The project, recorded with The Vanguard, earned widespread critical acclaim for its bold messages and timeless sound. Throughout his career, D'Angelo's influence reached far beyond his own music. His style inspired artists from Frank Ocean and Her to Anderson .Paak and Daniel Caesar. His blend of live instrumentation, spiritual themes, and raw emotion changed the blueprint for what R&B could be. Yeah, you won't find a single R&B, like modern R&B, and a lot of hip-hop artists too, that won't credit D'Angelo as a inspiration. Behind the fame, D'Angelo is known for his quiet nature, devotion to his craft, and resistance to the pressures of celebrity culture. His passing marks the end of an era, but his music and message will live forever. Fans and fellow artists have already begun flooding social media with tributes celebrating his genius and thanking him for soundtracking a generation. D'Angelo is survived by his children and close family who have asked for privacy as they grieve this tremendous loss. So, big respects to D'Angelo and you know, sending love to his family. I mean, it's hard, you know, losing family member, and it's hard for the rest of the world to lose a R&B neo-soul icon. It sucks, you know, because we weren't aware of the situation. You know, maybe even if we were aware of the situation, it would be a little easier to digest, but it's tough, man. Pancreatic cancer. I wonder how, you know, if that's genetic or just random. All right. Moving on here. We're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj real quick. Last stream we talked about her quite a bit for like a while, like a full hour. We were reading Nicki Minaj tweets. Just unhinged, batshit crazy Nicki Minaj tweets. Also Cardi B tweets. Equally unhinged, equally insane Cardi B tweets. Going back and forth, tearing each other down, tearing each other's kids down. Just being, saying like some of the most vile, hateful, gross things that you could imagine. Well, in more Nicki Minaj news, her $20 million LA home is at risk of being seized over a debt. So the debt is $500 that her and her husband owe to a former security guard who sued them for assault and won. And so now Nicki Minaj and her husband refuse to pay that $500,000. And the security guard is suing them to sell the house to obtain the funds from the proceeds. And if he wins, they're going to have to sell that $20 million house to pay this guy. Which $20 million is, you know, obviously a lot more than $500,000. So how does that, you know, how does that equal out? I don't know, but let's hear what Us Weekly has to say about the situation. Nicki Minaj's Los Angeles mansion is at risk of being sold off due to a massive unpaid debt she and her husband Kenneth Petty have refused to pay. Sounds petty to me. Us Weekly can exclusively report. On October 6, Thomas Windenmuller, who was awarded $503,000 for Minaj and Petty in a lawsuit over alleged assault by Petty in 2019. So, Jesus. It was her husband who assaulted the man. And, you know, her husband has accusations of his own and all sorts of stuff that, you know, pretty heinous things, I think. But, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, assaulted this former security guard in 2019. Or wait, that's when they won the lawsuit. The security guard won the lawsuit in 2019 and asked the court to order the rapper's home to be sold to help him collect on the money owed. Wait, scratch the whole lawsuit in 2019 thing. I think the assault happened in 2019. And Thomas Windenmuller is now suing them, asking the court to force them to sell their home. Can the court even do that? Windenmuller, who was a security guard at one of Minaj's shows in Germany, said Minaj owns a 11-bedroom, 16-bathroom, 11,820 square foot home in Hidden Hills, California. That is so many bathrooms, dude. 16 bathrooms. It doesn't even match. It's like so over the number of bedrooms too. It's like, geez. I mean, 11 bedrooms, that's a lot, but 16 bathrooms? The entertainer purchased the home for $19.5 million in 2022, according to property records. In his motion, Windenmuller explained that he believes the home is worth enough to pay off the mortgage liens and his debt. So, okay, yeah, interesting. Windenmuller is such a German last name, too. So he's just, this happened in Germany. The assault happened in Germany. He was a security guard, a German security guard in Germany. Just like a passing by employee. Not even one that, like, lived with them or, you know. I think the Nicki's husband had just met the guy and before he knows it, he's assaulting him. He pointed out that Minaj has a $13,258,000 mortgage lien on the house and a $722,151 homestead exemption, together just under $14 million. Windenmuller told the court the property's current fair market value is appraised at $20 million, yielding approximately $6 million in equity beyond the lien and exemption. That amount is more than sufficient to satisfy the judgment, plus accrued interest and enforcement costs. He said the law does not require him to exhaust other collection efforts before asking for a debtor's home to be sold off. So he's just skipping everything else and saying, nah, I want her fucked. I want her home to be taken out from her underneath her. That is pretty vindictive. Here, there is no doubt that the sale of the dwelling would satisfy the entire judgment with millions to spare, he said. It's true. $6 million to spare, you could live in a nice place for that. Windenmuller's lawyer noted, although it is regrettable that the extraordinary measure of forcing the sale of Minaj's dwelling is required, that result is entirely the product of her intransigence in not making payment. Minaj was a global music superstar, estimated to have a net worth of anywhere between $150 to $190 million. It is reportedly the highest paid female rap star in the world. There is little doubt that she is highly capable of paying the judgment in full, and yet she has refused to do so despite multiple written requests for payment and levies served upon several of her suspected creditors. So that's a way he's like, look, that's a way that I see with my two eyes and on paper that I can collect my money from her. So she can't wiggle out of it is the point. Windenmuller said he should not have to wait any longer to receive his money. Okay, but how is she going to sell the house that quickly? In his lawsuit, Windenmuller claimed there was drama while working at Minaj's show on March 22nd, 2019. He said a fan broke the security barrier and was able to get on stage next to Minaj. The rapper allegedly became upset with the security team working the event. Windenmuller claimed Minaj was yelling at a female security guard when he tried to defuse the conversation. He alleged that Minaj was upset by his attempt and told Petty about the encounter. He claimed he was instructed to go to Minaj's dressing room. Once he entered, Windenmuller claimed Minaj was there with Petty and two security guards. They turned other security guards on Mans. What spineless cowards. The other security guards. He claimed that Minaj started yelling at him, which led to Petty, without warning, striking Windenmuller in the face. Windenmuller said he was stunned and disoriented. He said he rushed out to the hospital where doctors determined he had serious injuries and needed surgery to fix his jaw. My God. Minaj and Petty failed to respond to the lawsuit, which led to the court entering default judgments against the duo in March 2024. They're just ignoring it. They ignored the lawsuit. They're ignoring the judgment. So yeah, no wonder he's going after their home. They're just completely silent on the matter. Like they can just be quiet and make it go away. I don't know. That's crazy behavior. As noted, as backed up by her tweets from last week. And she's worth $150 million, but won't own up to won't take responsibility. I mean, she's allergic to taking responsibility. So they're saying it's a tactic. Alright, so this person says, so the security guard's legal team are exploiting her lien from not paying her mortgage to get the money she's refusing to pay them. Sounds like she thinks she's above her bills, not that she can't pay. And somebody says to that, it's just a tactic, drag it out and pay at the very last minute. And someone replies to that saying, no, it's to suck you dry so you can no longer pursue what you're owed and the rich person gets away with a debt going unpaid. It's the Trump method. So take that for what you will. It's called a judgment lien. If I get a judgment against you and you don't pay, I go after your assets and attach my judgment to them. If you still don't pay, I get the sheriff to sell your assets on the steps of the courthouse to the highest bidder. I take the money I'm owed and leave you any remainder. It has nothing to do with her paying her mortgage or not. And yeah, I mean, as far as I know, that is how it works. But I'd be lying if I told you I understood it completely. I mean, it's a little funky, but it's a way for people to get what they're owed. And Nicki, I mean, she's just so irresponsible. This is not the way you handle these things. You don't just ignore it and just assume it's going to go away. All right. Listen to this. We got some Kanye news. What's more fun than a little bit of Kanye dunking on, right? So remember when Kanye used to be the dad, the good dad or whatever? Like his whole image at one point was the dad. Loves his kids. He was a Jesus-loving father. All of that. Well, nowadays Kim Kardashian admits it's, quote, not easy parenting kids with Ye. The family hasn't heard from him in months. And she goes, I also protect them from when it's time for that, Kardashian explained, and it goes in waves and phases, and it's a lot of work. So Kim out here exhausted being a co-parent with Kanye, especially this year, I'm sure. Kim Kardashian has opened up about what she says are the difficulties of co-parenting a family of children alongside rapper Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. In a new interview with the Call Her Daddy podcast, the 44-year-old reflected on raising 4 children with the recording artist and her ex-husband, whom she divorced in 2021. What do you think co-parenting with Kanye West is like? Kardashian replied after host Alex Cooper inquired about their family dynamic, which includes herself, Ye, and children North, St. Chicago, and Psalm. Kim continues, it's not easy, but I mean, I raise the kids, full time. They live with me. I welcome a great, healthy relationship with my kids and their dad, and I think he knows that. Kardashian continued after having previously been in a relationship with Ye that began in 2011. Lasted 10 years. I push for it all the time, but I also protect them from when, it's time for that, and it goes in waves and phases, and it's a lot of work. Recently, also, Kanye dissed his own daughter, North. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, yeah, he called her a betrayer. Let's see here. So here we go. I'm glad I remember this. Kanye posts cryptic betrayal list naming celebrities, politicians, and his daughter. Saying his daughter betrayed him. His like 12-year-old daughter. Like, dude, you're such an asshole. Who are you? You betrayed her. It's such projection. Especially now getting that confirmation from Kim that his family hasn't seen him in months. His kids haven't seen him in months. And his daughter is the betrayer. Rapper and fashion mogul Kanye West has once again sparked controversy online after posting a cryptic message on social media declaring he was in, quote, pain that no one person can fix before sharing a list of, quote, the betrayal. In the now viral post, West wrote that he was in, quote, pain that no one person can... Oh, they just repeated it. Before listing an unusual mix of names from ex-wife Kim Kardashian and fellow artists like Diddy, Pusha T, Kanye West, and Ty Dolla $ign to NBA star LeBron James, U.S. President Donald Trump, and even fictional characters such as Curious George and Patrick Star. But it was the inclusion of 11-year-old North West that drew the sharpest reactions, with many social media users condemning West for publicly naming his daughter in such a context. Many online users described the post as both troubling and satirical, pointing to West's history of provocative public statements. I don't care how satirical it is. You don't talk about your daughter like that. I mean, you just don't do that. Others suggested the post could be interpreted as an expression of personal grievances, paranoia, or a form of performance art. See, I'm not buying the performance art thing. Paranoia, for sure. Neither West nor his reps have clarified the meaning behind the post at the time of writing. The reaction has further fueled debates around West's unpredictable online presence, with some fans expressing concern for his well-being, while others accused him of intentionally courting attention through shock value. Maybe a mix of both. But here's the list. I am in pain that no one person can fix. The betrayal. Kim Kardashian, I Show Speed, Diddy. By the way, I Show Speed is 20 years old? Like, why is he going after kids? It's so weird. Diddy, Ty Dolla $ign, Harriet Tubman. So clearly some irony or jokes packed in here or something like that. I don't know what his thought process is, but he's being a bit silly. Northwest, Pusha, Freddie Gibson, Cuddy, Curious George, Donald Trump, Pete Davidson, Patrick Star, LeBron James, King Von, Playboy Cardi, James Murray, and Adolf. So he was betrayed by Adolf. The article fails to mention that. He shouts out Hitler again, but yeah, just so strange, right? Very strange. And that was just a couple weeks before Kim comes out and says all this, that turns out Kanye hasn't seen his kids in months. And it's a lot of work. Co-parenting with him. Cooper then asked about the last time Ye saw his children, and Kardashian paused as she took her time to think of an answer. Whenever he'll call for them and ask, Kardashian said, it's probably been a couple months since we've heard from him. Whew! Yikes. Yeah, Father of the Year, Kanye West. What an asshole. To go missing for months, not even call for months, and to have the balls to say that your 11-year-old daughter betrayed you. You're a piece of shit, Mr. Ye. The host then questioned whether or not the children feel disappointment over that and inquired about how Kardashian might handle their resulting feelings. Kardashian maintained that the kids always knew that he had a big life that involved traveling the world and living in different countries due to the nature of his demanding profession, and that we managed it really well on that front. But little do the kids know, this is probably the worst year in Kanye's career since he blew up. Since he became like an A+ star, this is probably his worst performing year so far, if I had to guess. So what is he doing? What's demanding of him exactly? I don't know. It's just Kanye making up shit for himself to do at this point. But Kim continues, they love their life and their routine and their schedule. Kardashian elaborated. I think just their job as their mom is just to make sure that they stick to their routine and they're healthy and happy. Look, it's not easy no matter what, co-parenting with anyone. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians alum maintained, however, the one thing that just gets me is that there's this narrative that, like, I keep the kids away from Ye, she said. I've never once done that. There's been so many times where I've been like, oh, I just want to show all of these texts. What are you talking about? We just haven't heard. I begged them, to go hang out or things like that, she said. But it's more of just the narrative that, like, I think it's all good and we're living our life, and then I just wake up and there's all these tweets about how I've kidnapped the kids, and I'm like, it's not a kidnapping, it's a divorce. We can still all be in each other's lives and have group dinners. She stressed that every time Ye has asked, she will always let the kids see their father, but she's conscious of drawing a line when she's felt that the situation might be, quote, really super unhealthy in the moment given Ye's recent publicized controversies. Yeah. It's not the time. Yeah, you gotta chill if you want to see your kids. So Kim continues. She says, I will, say, hey, let's do it here at my house, or let's figure out a different time. But actually, when he is like that, he doesn't really want to see the kids a lot. So if he's having a hard time, he doesn't. So it's always worked out. So he keeps away. He doesn't want his kids to see him. So that must mean that he's going through some really bad shit. That's kind of, if I'm reading between the lines here, what Kim is saying, that Kanye, when he's not in a good place, he keeps away, and he's been keeping away for a couple months. So she goes, she again doubled down on letting the children visit him in countries around the world every time she asks, from Saudi Arabia to Japan. Dude, if all those comedians are getting mad canceled for going to Saudi Arabia, Kanye should be canceled for just casually going to Saudi Arabia. Who knows who he's chopping it up with? Definitely chopping it up with the royal family. So he should be, people should be aware. I mean, that's where he's at. He was in Japan this year. We knew that. And where else is he? He's also in Saudi Arabia. Kim continues, I've never once denied it. No, I don't keep the kids, and I think... No, I don't keep the kids, and I think that all... Kardashian said near the end of the segment, quote, that narrative really sucks for me, and if I spoke out about it and rebutted it, I'm just not that girl online that's going to fight back and be like, wait a minute, your assistant and you said you wanted a whole different birthday party, and you said your party's at 4, so we did ours at noon, and now you're going online. It's just a totally different narrative than what the reality is, and that just really sucks. Yeah. You can go watch her episode on Call Her Daddy now. The Kim Kardashian episode. It is live on the YouTube. Alright? It's 1:37 in the morning. Or 1:27. 1:27. All right, let me go pee, and then we actually have something exciting. I'll explain it when I get back. Let me go pee real quick. So, yesterday. Minding my own business as I do. Just staying out of trouble. And I got a comment on a video, which, by the way, this video, Canibus versus Almighty M80, has 3,223 views now. I didn't realize we were past 3K. I didn't know that. 55 upvotes. So shout out all of you guys who watched and upvoted. Thank you. That's probably my most successful video to date. So, I'm proud of it. We'll take all the wins we can get. Whether they are small to you, I do not care. They are big to me. So, but I got a new comment. It says, why can't they just sue him? Talking about M80 and his other business partners, and trying to claim the money from Canibus. He goes, why can't they just sue him for the money instead of airing him online if he signs something and has a 9-to-5 job? That's the only thing that doesn't track up for me. Okay? I said, great question. I'll try and get an answer for you. So I screenshotted that, and I gave it to Almighty M80. And I got a response. I did. So let me see if I just realized I don't have my phone on me. So if I can just pull up the messages. Yep, here we go. So I've got the message right here as a voice memo. All right. So I've got the answer for you, bro. And I'll make sure to clip this and tag you or whatever. But who was this? Ralph Lowry. Ralph Lowry at Ralph Lowry. Thank you for the question. Why can't they just sue him instead of airing him online if he signs something and has a 9-to-5 job? That's the only thing that doesn't track up for me. Oh my gosh. Allergies going crazy right now. But let's hear what Almighty has to say to that. Almighty, can you answer the question?
Why would they sue him when they already got their money back? Lawsuits on average take 2 to 5 years. My Fat Beats lawsuit is 3 years ongoing. I got all these people their money back within a year or less after Canibus lied about paying everyone back. So that's the answer. We did it the smart, effective, and efficient way. And rather than garnishing Canibus's wages. Plus, there's something called service of process. And Canibus lives on a boat. So he does not have a physical home address that makes it easier for a sheriff to serve service of process.
Wait, what? This is news to me. Canibus is a motherfucking pirate. Canibus is living the pirate lifestyle. He can't get served papers, according to M80. But no, that does make a lot of sense. They got the money back. Didn't have to go through the courts. I've been through a lawsuit that took 5 years. It took 5 fucking years. Okay, that had to do with like a living situation and getting bed bugs and stuff like that. And so I keeping it out of the courts is ideal if you can get your money another way. Legally, right? Legally. Like shaming somebody publicly on the internet. That's legal. At least for now.
Process too.
But yeah, Canibus the pirate. Bro, Canibus, you could do something with that, man. Canibus, you could come back. I'm giving advice directly to you, Bus. I know you're watching. And yeah, dude, you could come back on the rap scene. Drop a pirate-themed album. And all the music videos are you on your boat. I don't know. I'm spitballing.
For notification of a lawsuit. At any time, he could literally move his boat to a new residence, and that's that. So, yeah, we did it the right way. Feel free to play this voice note for that person or type it out for me, since I will not be typing it. But everyone that Canibus owed money to that wanted me to get them their money back, got their money back. And the other people like Ross May, who still believes that Canibus is going to turn in his album, good luck to him.
Shout out M80. Thank you for that. It's always appreciated. You always come through with the solid explanations and whatnot. So there's your answer, Ralph Lowry. Fuck the courts. That's why. And Ross May, if you really believe in Canibus, shoot him this idea. Shoot it to him. Be like, yo, Bus, I think that you're working hard on this album. What if we took it in a pirate direction and we used your living situation as inspiration for the music? Just a thought. I'd listen to the Canibus pirate album. It seems fitting. Don't ask me why. It just does. Okay. Let's see here. We did all of the top of the show stuff. So the last thing is the Michael Jackson shit. Now, I find this very interesting. This is kind of getting away from hip hop, but very music industry related. And I think it's just interesting, generally interesting for the public, you know, music fans, Michael Jackson fans, obviously. Let's see what I got here. So, Michael Jackson's estate fortune could vanish due to pending lawsuits. Plus, court docs reveal Michael Jackson abused all 5 of the Casio siblings, which were a group of kids who Michael Jackson, groomed pretty much in the 80s. It was like 5 siblings, mostly boys, 1 girl. The parents gave them gave Michael Jackson like full access to their kids pretty much. Jackson wooed the parents. The parents weren't wealthy or anything. They were like a security guard or something that Michael grew fond of, and then Michael kept him around for at least a decade, maybe multiple decades. And now the siblings, after watching the most recent Michael Jackson expose from 5 years ago or whatever, that documentary drummed up memories for these kids, and then they all started talking about their stories with each other, and now are alleging that Michael Jackson molested them and groomed them in the 80s or something like that. So ain't that some shit, right? But before we get into that, this is what's at stake here. Michael Jackson's $778 million fortune likely to evaporate amid pending sex lawsuit and scandals. Posted October 14th. What once seemed like a locked-in multi-billion-dollar legacy is now under existential threat. Michael Jackson's $788 million estate, long hailed as one of music's most lucrative assets, is under siege by sexual abuse lawsuits, IRS tax demands, and internal family feuds. If the legal storms intensify, Jackson's heirs could emerge with next to nothing, while the King of Pop legacy faces destabilization. Excuse me. While the King of Pop legacy faces destabilization. Sex abuse claims pose major risks. Multiple high-profile lawsuits by Wade Robson and James Safechuck allege historic sexual abuse by Jackson during their youth. So those are separate to the Casio kids, I think. The figure is being sought often in hundreds of millions, threatened to overwhelm the estate if damages are awarded. While some cases have been dismissed earlier, the evolving statutes and court reversals keep them alive. Jackson's estate has appended defenses but acknowledges the exposure. If the payout obligations exceed liquidity, the estate may default or be forced into asset sell-offs to satisfy judgments. IRS demands and tax disputes. The estate is embroiled in a long-running conflict with the U.S. IRS, which claims that Jackson's assets, image, and likeness rights were undervalued on his death. The IRS initially asserted more than $700 million was owed in taxes plus penalties. So they were committing tax fraud after he died. A landmark 2021 tax court ruling reduced the valuation significantly. Judge Mark Holmes valued Jackson's image and likeness at about $4.15 million. That's a fucking joke. Sharply below the IRS's earlier estimates of $161 million. That decision reduced the potential tax burden, but left major components such as the value of the Mijak catalog still under reconsideration. Until the IRS and the state agree on final asset valuation, no complete distributions to heirs may be permitted. According to court filings, the late singer's multi-million-dollar fortune may soon vanish due to unresolved legal challenges, alleged estate mismanagement, and massive tax obligations, leaving his children and relatives to fight for what's left. Yeah, so even if it wasn't for these lawsuits, it seems like they might already be fucked up by other ways, by other things. Family feuds and executor disputes. Jackson's daughter Paris has publicly accused executors John Branca and John McClain of mismanaging funds, overpaying lawyers, and making irregular legal payments. She has petitioned courts to block some payments pending transparency. The executors deny wrongdoing and argue that legal fees are essential to preserve the estate amid lawsuits. Another contentious matter is the Sony Majak catalog deal. Katherine Jackson opposed the transaction, arguing it violated Michael's will. In 2024, an appeals court allowed it to proceed, but objections and appeals remain alive. Additionally, some reports claim a former Jackson confidant, Frank Cassio, is pursuing claims or threats against the estate through reliable confirmation, though reliable confirmation is scarce. Okay, but we have a whole article about this. So they're saying that the Esquire, or the National Enquirer, oh wait, no, it's the Medium article. They're saying that reliable confirmation is scarce. But we've got a whole Medium article about it. Estate's financial foundation was fragile. Newly surfaced documents revealed Jackson was over $500 million in debt at his death in 2009, with numerous creditor claims. Creditors, including promoters of his This Is It tour, filed multiple claims, many of which have been settled, but the cumulative burden weakened the estate's buffer. Even posthumously, the estate continues to pay family allowances to Jackson's mother and children while the legal and tax mess is sorted out. Legacy at risk. Tensions are high, according to sources. Relatives conflict with Paris's public criticism of the estate's administration. Some feel her outbursts escalate the situation by causing negative publicity. And to be honest, I've not been seeing I haven't been seeking them out, but I also haven't been served Paris's public criticism of the estate. So it's not, I don't know. It's not causing too much damage if I haven't heard about it, but the estate is already bleeding money, one insider said. If they don't find a way to end these cases soon, Michael's fortune could disappear completely. The singer's once invincible legacy is now in jeopardy as the Jackson family fights on several fronts, with controversy, mistrust, and the impending possibility of financial ruin clouding its future. What could happen next? If the estate is forced to satisfy significant judgments, the only levers left include liquidating music catalog rights, real estate, or other legacy assets. What if they could just sell Michael Jackson's music to Disney or something? Protracted delays in tax and litigation outcomes may further erode value via legal costs, interest, and reputational fallout. Executors risk losing control if courts rule payments or transactions invalid. In the worst case, heirs may receive little or nothing, and Jackson's legacy could be defined by legal and financial collapse rather than musical impact. I mean, the musical impact is not going anywhere, and it's not underappreciated these days or anything like that. So, musical impact it's fine. I'm more worried about the pedophile. I'm honestly concerned that article didn't mention anything about the pedophile accusations. That's what's going to ruin the legacy. Michael Jackson's family in financial panic amid release of court filings revealing potential payouts. It's from National Enquirer. I think mostly just, is that Paris? Wow, she's pretty. But I think this article here is just rehashing everything we just read. So yeah, Paris accusing the lawyers of siphoning money. Yeah, this is all the same shit. Okay. So moving on to this Medium article posted 5 days ago by Ray, whoever that is. But Ray has all sorts of information and receipts here, so let's dive into it. It's a fascinating read. One second. Let me get ready to read this. Court documents filed earlier this month and obtained by the Daily Mail UK on Sunday dropped bombshells about the accusations against Michael Jackson by the 5 Cassio siblings. The filing is in opposition to the Michael Jackson estate's attempts to force the five into arbitration, citing an earlier NDA signed in 2020 that stated they would never speak about their experiences with Michael Jackson. I mean, that alone is like pretty fucking sketchy as hell. The estate made them sign an NDA just 5 years ago saying they would never speak about any of their experiences with Michael Jackson. Like, not a word about a single experience. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I just hit my mic. Payments were shelled out to the five over a period of 5 years. The NDA was hidden under a life rights agreement. So that NDA came with payouts to them. Within the documents obtained by the Daily Mail are accusations of grooming, sexually abusing, and brainwashing of all of the children. Jackson met Frank and Eddie Cascio when they were really little, only 4 and 3 years of age. He became a part of their family to the point where they all thought of him as just another relative and was a constant fixture in their lives. He hired Frank as his assistant at 18 years old. So, Michael Jackson met Frank Cascio when they were like 3 or 4, and by the time that Frank was 18, he was Michael Jackson's assistant. So, a constant figure in these children's lives. According to the documents, each of the 5 siblings believed that they were the only one who had this, quote, close relationship with Michael. They did not have any inkling their siblings were also being abused by Jackson. In 2019, the Cascio siblings saw Leaving Neverland, which led to the traumatic realization that each of them were abused as children into adulthood by their famous family friend. Many of those doubting the allegations on social media are bringing up Frank's novel My Friend Michael and his insistence that Michael was innocent in 2003 to 2005. Frank Cascio even tweeted against Wade Robson prior to viewing the harrowing documentary himself. Cascio terminated all of his social media accounts shortly after Leaving Neverland was released. In transcripts for the 2005 Gavin Arvizo trial, Gavin and his brother confirmed that Michael would say horrible things to her, such as, "You are so fine, I want to F you in the back." Okay. That's out of nowhere. What? Here's a excerpt from that court proceedings. Okay, good. Now, were there ever any incidents where you were in a room in Michael Jackson's room and had discussions with blank? Oh, yes. And blank? That was like the night that my brother was acting funny, and like it was kind of weird. Michael's packing his bags, and then I walked in and John was sitting down. This was before he walked out acting funny, and I think so. And like Michael was like, "Oh, you look so fine, I want to." He was saying this to somebody. "Oh, you look so fine, I want to F you in the back." Okay. Frank and Eddie were tour companions for Jackson on the Dangerous tour after the allegations from Jordan Chandler in 1993 of molestation. Here's a quote. "This emotional manipulation was designed to secure each family member's loyalty and ensure their silence, making them feel indebted to Michael and isolated from any source of protection or perspective. Through years of psychological conditioning, Michael cultivated dependence and fear in the Cassios, making respondents believe they had no choice but to comply and no safe way to break free. The effects of this conditioning persisted into adulthood, leaving respondents with a deeply ingrained belief that speaking out would constitute betrayal, a dynamic the estate has continued to exploit in its dealings with them." The documents go on to detail that the Jackson estate took advantage of the traumatized individuals and their shock of finding out all of the siblings were abused to coerce them into agreement that Frank Cassia's legal team says is unlawful. According to the documents, the estate dissuaded the siblings from getting their own legal counsel and did not give them a copy of the original agreement. Frank and Eddie... Oh, geez. 1 second. My daughter's crying. So, yeah, according to documents, the estate dissuaded the siblings from getting their own legal counsel. Frank and Eddie met Jackson's first public accuser, Jordan Chandler, before the 1993 allegations became public. The siblings were also present during the Arvizo's visit to Neverland. So those are other people that accused Jackson of sexual abuse. Frank Cascio points out in his 2011 novel that Michael introduced Jordan as a, quote, cousin. He also introduced another one of his traveling companions in 1996 as his, quote, son, a lie that Cassio thought was ridiculous even at the age of 15. A friend of Frank Cassio, Vincent Amon, has stated previously on X, formerly Twitter, that Michael Jackson got Frank Cassio drunk as a teen, showing proof in the form of a Polaroid photo that Amon sent to the FBI. Okay. Definitely looks... Here's the photo. Looks kind of sketch. I mean, it's hard to say if he's drunk definitively, but Michael looks creepy as hell, and he certainly looks out of it. But here's the tweet. Frank and Michael were smashed drunk late night in the photo. It was timestamped 1996. Frank was 16 years old. Same allegations as Gavin Arvizo. Post-pubescent or pre-pubescent molestation, same thing. Michael Jackson used the same method to sexually abuse children as accused. Wow, that's a bombshell tweet. With the receipt, I mean, that's not a good-looking photo, but it's hard to say what's going on there definitively. Amon was recently a guest on Ed Opperman's podcast where he spoke candidly about some of the information he's gleaned over the years. He alluded to Frank's behavior changing when he was in his teens due to his association with Michael. He would do odd things such as dress differently and stay up meditating all night because of Jackson. He also states that Frank was told by Michael that, quote, education was not important, and even that Michael was teaching Frank some incredibly troubling and problematic things such as praising Hitler. Are you serious? Why do all the great musicians praise Hitler? What's up with that? Frank was mentioned in 2 separate tabloid articles in the spring alleging gambling debt and paying for lavish dates with Instagram models, a move that many believe was part of a smear tactic to discredit him and make him look money hungry. In the early 2000s, Michael replaced Frank and his younger brother Eddie as traveling companions with their youngest brother and sister. In 2004, Frank Cassio was on various news programs speaking about his friend Michael, stating Michael was innocent, including a very unconvincing interview with Cynthia McFadden where she points out that there is a pattern among the young boys that Michael hung out with. Uh-oh.
It never seemed odd to you that Michael Jackson always seemed...
Yes, they're all mine.
It never seemed odd to you that Michael Jackson always seemed to have a special boy who was his friend, always of about the same age, sort of the 12-year-old to 14-year-old age. Many of them looked very much alike. Dark eyes, dark hair. Never occurred to you that there was a pattern here?
No, there wasn't a pattern. It's what you're trying to create. That's not real. It's not a pattern of him liking special little boys. No, I was his friend for over 20 years. Am I a pattern too? No. I'm still his friend? Yes.
Well, there would be people who would say you would fit the pattern very much.
I would fit the pattern?
Look at the pictures of the 1993 accuser. Look at the picture of the...
He just seems like he's in denial. Oh, shit.
present
I'm going to
accuser.
tell you something. If Michael Jackson ever laid a finger on me, I would not be in this chair right now.
Why? Why? Okay. We don't get an explanation why, but that's fine. When asked about the settlement in 2024, John Bronca, speaking to Stacey Brown, made it seem as though the estate and their legal team were strong-armed into an agreement, that the Cassios came to them with extreme demands, but the documents from this weekend paint a completely different picture, that the Cassio siblings were being taken advantage of, and that the agreement was signed under emotional duress by the siblings. The Jackson estate is also in a legal battle with Paris Jackson, Michael's daughter, regarding their extravagant payouts to their lawyers, and they are also attempting to subpoena the 84-year-old mother of a woman who accused Jackson of child abuse previously. Yep. All right. So, I mean, that's really like the only... Let me see if anybody else is reporting on this. Because I think this was like the breakout article that was claiming this. Maybe not. July 9th. July 9th. Yeah, so that Medium article is like the only thing that I've seen talk about it. So, I mean, that, I guess, take it with a grain of salt. It hasn't really been picked up by bigger news organizations. Casio 5. Okay, here's something. 164 views. 7 hours ago. 25 minutes.
Treated him as he was part of our family and that he was not the king of pop, but just a human being.
He always called us.
Well, welcome to MJ Victims tonight as we continue looking at the Casio case and allegation.
Holy shit, this is an entire YouTube channel just dedicated to investigating Michael Jackson victims. Called MJ Victims. Sorry about that. That was really frightening. Michael Jackson, the propaganda machine, 6 months ago. 3 months ago, Michael Jackson and the 5 new accusers updates. This is creepy. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty creepy stuff here. But MJ Victims. Let's see what they got.
Which, like I said, the last video are truly horrific. We're going to be looking at these documents, and I'm going to be making some commentary on the documents we have here. These are just the initial filed court documents. As we spoke last time, we were discussing how the Casio's attorney Mark Garagos, was trying to get the NDA lifted from the Casio family so they could speak freely about the abuse that they had endured, the whole family. And we're going to be again looking at this a little bit more in depth. I ask you to take some time with MJ Victims tonight. We try to go through and try to really decipher what's going on with the Casio 5.
This is good stuff. Once again, shout out MJ Victims. Thank you for putting this together. I'm gonna watch a bit of it, and I'll put the link to this video in the description when the stream is over. But I'm gonna sit back and kind of watch this a bit and chime in here and there.
So let's get into this. So let's take a look at the factual background. And what they're saying is from the early 1980s until at least 2009, Michael Jackson had intimate contact with the Casio children. Now you got to realize Michael Jackson met the family in the early 80s. I think it was 84. And 2009 puts that, roughly 4 years after the trial. So really all the way up to the year that Michael Jackson passed away and 4 years after he was acquitted. So anyways, this abusive contact occurred over a span of decades and involved hundreds of instances. Each of the Casio children were groomed, brainwashed, and severely manipulated to believe that each was uniquely special to Michael and that their relationship with him was exclusive.
That's one of the creepiest parts to me, is that he was able to like silo each child into believing that they had this secret special relationship with Michael, and so he's getting off with all of them. It's so gross.
Deliberate emotional manipulation was designed to secure each family member's loyalty and ensure that their silence, making them feel indebted to Michael and isolated from any source of protection and perspective. Through years of psychological conditioning, Michael cultivated dependence and fear in the young Casios, making respondents believe that they had no choice but to comply and no safe way to break free. The effects of this conditioning persisted into adulthood, leaving respondents with a deeply...
Like, he fucked these people up for life. Like, he brainwashed them at such an early age. Like, they're going to have trouble they're gonna have trust issues for the rest of their life. I mean, it's probably so deep that words don't even do it justice. So I hope that they find some sort of restitution for this. Something.
Ingrained belief that speaking out would constitute betrayal, a dynamic that the estate has continued to exploit in its dealings with them. I mean, that's a very powerful statement. And if we look at the cases with Michael Jackson, that is really a lot of his MO, where he will isolate, again, I keep on saying this, a specific child, and he will give that child a huge amount of attention. But because he was doing this within a family, he had to make sure that that child believed that they were the special ones and that they were the one.
He really was a prolific person, right? Lots of music, the dancing, prolific creatively, but also prolific pedophilically. Like, how does he have the time to manipulate and do this to not only just like these siblings, but all of the other people that accused him of doing it? Like, how does he have the time to isolate all of these children and make them believe that, you know, it is truly remarkable and disturbing
that were receiving this special attention. And the other part that you really have to imagine is the fact that because it was a family, like I stated previously, how brazen was Michael Jackson in this situation? And again, how horrific, I keep on using that word, especially for someone like Frank, who was the eldest in the family. And more than likely, he was thinking that, well, this is something that only I am dealing with. Not realizing that all of his brothers and his sister were dealing with the same thing. And to realize that even after the 2005 trial.
It's so creepy. I mean, when we get this picture says so much, actually. Look how creepy and old Michael Jackson looks. Just so handsy with this child. I mean, and the power dynamic. I mean, you know, like, yeah, the power dynamic. Ew. I can only imagine. You know, when Michael's around, you have to be with him. You have to want him. You have to, you know, or else he's gonna bitch and complain and make you feel like you're not doing the right thing. And, you know, it's so manipulative. It's so gross. So creepy.
Where Frank was coming forward and
this picture is actually saying it's painting the picture very clear for me. Like, he's not the young whippersnapper looking kid that he was in the 80s. Like, no, he was doing this when he was transforming into this ghoul. You know, I guess maybe he was a ghoul on the inside for a while, but eventually he started to become a ghoul on the outside too. And it really takes away, like, the, I don't know, any sort of innocence about it just vanishes.
Trying to defend Michael Jackson, that Michael Jackson was abusing the youngest child in the family, Aldo. And Aldo was one of the first to come forward, according to Vincent Amen, who's a friend of Frank Cascio. And he, after leaving Neverland, came forward. He had one of the hardest times, it was reported, dealing with this. And being the youngest child, what type of person would pillage a family like this? What type of narcissistic person would say, you know what, I'm just going to abuse every single child in this family, and who cares if I'd known them since they were babies or toddlers? So let's take a look at the next page in the documents.
I really appreciate the Peanuts music in the background while we're talking about horrific cases of abuse. The Peanuts music is really just tying it all together for me. This is a great video. Thank you once again. You know, checking out the page, I was honestly creeped out. MJ victims, but this is a really nice video. It's nice. Peanuts music. He seems to care about the subject. He seems very, like, passionate about it and he cares a lot for the kids. And so shout out MJ victims. Creepy ass looking page though, gotta say. Very creepy looking page.
It says in 2019, following the release of the documentary Leaving Neverland.
That's why you don't judge a book by its cover, folks. You don't judge a book by its cover.
And the Casio's subsequent disclosure of their shared experiences with each
You seem like a really nice guy. I'll just leave it at that.
other for the first time, the estate orchestrated a secret settlement process in an effort to silence them. The psychological control and dependency initiated in the Casios during their youth made them particularly vulnerable during their contact with the estate's representatives. Exploiting the same patterns of trust, fear, and conditioned loyalty that Michael Jackson had cultivated for decades. The estate manipulated respondents' emotional state to extract their silence through coercive and deceptive means. It goes further to say the Rush process was intended to and did in fact take advantage of the Casio siblings' shock and trauma upon realizing that this had happened to all of them, unbeknownst to each other and contrary to what they had been told. During the vulnerable time and before the Casios could fully process what had happened to them, the estate exploited their confusion and vulnerability by pressuring them into an unfavorable agreement, misrepresenting both the nature of their rights and the consequences of their refusal. For instance, the estate disguised the settlement as a life rights agreement. This sham characterization was a last-minute device calculated to mislead respondents, the probate court, and the estate's beneficiaries, and constituted a bad faith misrepresentation designed to conceal the true nature of the deal and deprive them of the knowledge of the settlement. To further the scheme, the estate
they called it a life rights agreement, which sounds, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound right anyways. Like life rights, it doesn't really make it sound any better. It's like, what are my life's rights? What are the rights to my life? I don't know. Any way you cut it, it sounds sketch. Like you should be asking more questions about a life rights agreement. I don't know. But it does sound like it was a bit of a sham characterization. Like definitely not being straight up exactly. Trying to obfuscate the fact that it's an NDA. It's a silence agreement is really what it is.
Created various new corporations through which payments would be funneled to the 5 Casio children. I'm going to stop there for a moment. That's a very important point. So essentially what the estate did to deceive a whole bunch of people is they probably created a bunch of LLCs and had money funneled to them. 5 possible, essentially bogus LLCs, so people could not trace where the money was coming from. This reminds me of so many other cases where there is what I call elite exploitation going on, where they use LLCs or other entities to sort of cover their tracks. And it reminds me of what's really going on with Paris Jackson right now, and she wants to kind of take a look at the books to see how these lawyers are running in this estate and where this money's actually going to. And the children of Michael Jackson also could be unsure if their father was doing things or not doing things, and don't want to be blindsided if this whole thing just sort of implodes. And I can't blame them for wanting to look into this. So let's go a little bit further here. The estate, who discouraged the Casios from seeking independent legal advice, ensuring that the process was concluded.
Their claim is that the estates encouraged them not to get lawyers. I'm going to kind of skip ahead here. Look who woke up. Look who woke up at 2:30 in the morning. Just this little girl named Vivian.
agreement is invalid and enforceable under state law.
So I think that's enough of that. I think you get the idea. New Michael Jackson accusations. The estate is in trouble, okay? Things are not looking good for the Michael Jackson estate. Shout out MJ victims. You know, if you want more... My God, you gotta change that, man. That's my one critique. You gotta change your intro video. It's way too loud. But beyond that, great channel.
Daddy!
If you need some MJ updates.
The people can hear you with the wall. You can't get it a little bit too loud.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't talk so loud. I'll be quieter. But that's all I got for you tonight. All right? I will see you guys later this week. Sunday maybe next week on Monday. We'll see. But we'll be back with a classic album reaction, a classic album review of sorts. I don't know what album. I don't know what project I'm picking yet. You okay? But it'll be good. It'll be fun. I love this new format. Stronger focus on music reactions and just music in general.
What's this, Daddy?
Sticky tack. It's for posters. Shout out Almighty M80 for getting back to me on that commenter. Shout out MJ Victims for the video. Shout out Gucci Mane for the album. All right, I had fun tonight. This was a good stream. This has been Scratched Up Live number 51. I've been your host, Eric Obscure. I gotta pay attention to my daughter now. She needs me. I'm needed. Peace.
Driving our city.